They call Maine vacation land. Perfect place to spend a warm, sunny weekend. Here at Hadlock Field in Portland, the Sea Dogs aren't on vacation. They're back to work, and we're here to bring you coverage of this Double-A Eastern League game as the Red Sox-Yankee rivalry comes down to the farm. The Portland Sea Dogs playing host to the Yankees Double-A affiliate, the Trenton Thunder. Hello and welcome, everyone. Tom Caron along with Ken Ryan. They are some of the top prospects in the game. You find them here at Double-A. And not only do the Sea Dogs develop top prospects, but they're winning some games, which has everyone here in Portland happy.
Having a tremendous season. And you talk about prospects. You got Owens and Betts, the guys that have really done a tremendous job. And it's really the coaching staff as well. Billy McMillan has done a tremendous job as manager of the Portland Sea Dogs this season. Rich Gedman has done a great job working with the catchers and the hitters. And Bob Kipper has done a tremendous job with the pitching. They all have contributed, and that's why this team has done so well this summer.
You know, you mentioned some of the prospects. As we all know, a lot of those prospects are already in Pawtucket, if not in Boston. But there are some young players here worth keeping a very close eye on, and one of them is a catching prospect that some believe is one of the top catching prospects in all of baseball. Blake Swihart has been defensively strong since he took to the position. Now he's hitting 300 with 12 homers here at the Double-A level.
He put on 20 pounds over the offseason, really worked hard this offseason, and the results are his batting average, the increased power, 20 home runs. But if you ask him what he's really focusing on, it's working with his pitching staff. He's done a tremendous job with them this summer, worked with all of these guys. They have trust in him. It's another step for him in his development that eventually, hopefully, will lead to the big leagues.
Christian Vasquez in the big leagues right now. Blake Swihart not far behind him. He'll be behind the plate today for the 81st time as the Sea Dogs take on the Thunder here at beautiful Hadlock Field in Portland, Maine. Ken and I will be back with you for the first pitch right after this on NESN.
First, let's get you pre-qualified for a mortgage. Just give my guy a call. He'll fix you right up.
Whoa, not so fast. It has to be the right pre-qual, Len. Remember the last time you rushed into something? Hey, Len. At Lending Tree, you can pick from a choice of lenders, so you won't get stuck with a pre-qual you'll end up regretting.
Get pre-qualified, not pre-hosed. It's free at Lending Tree. When banks compete, you win.
It was love, Lenny.
It was Vegas, Len.
Replacing your factory air filter with the K&N air intake system will give your car a guaranteed increase in horsepower you can actually feel. Look up the estimated horsepower available for your car at knfilters.com.
To those who still find the taste of 5-Hour Energy a little strong, don't miss the 5-Hour Energy $100,000 Yummification Contest. Mix 5-Hour Energy with your favorite beverage. Yummification. Name it, shoot it. Send us the video. Yummification. You could win a share of $100,000.
For rules and requirements, go to 5hourYummification.com.
The 5-Hour Energy Yummification Contest.
It's delicious.
NESN Sports Today takes you beyond the field and behind the scenes.
With all your favorite teams.
It's a new way to see New England sports. NESN Sports Today. Live every night at 10. Presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do.
Hadlock Field here in beautiful Portland, Maine. A slightly overcast day, but the weather is terrific, and we are ready for some baseball. You see all the jerseys up there, the major leaguers, the Red Sox who have come through Hadlock Field. They've changed that lineup a little bit over the last couple of days, taken some down. We'll talk more about that as we roll along here on a Sunday afternoon. The Portland Sea Dogs ready to take on the Trenton Thunder. The Thunder, the Double-A affiliate of the New York Yankees. They've won the first 3 games of this series, going for a 4-game sweep today. You take a look at the starting lineup. Jake Cave out in left field. Ben Gamble as the designated hitter. Greg Bird, second game up. Big-time prospect for the Yankees. He's the first baseman. Tyler Austin, Mason Williams, Dan Fiorito, Francisco Arcia, Jose Tucson, and Ali Castillo at short. Your lineup today, the Thunder trying to close in on a 500 record. The Sea Dogs, meantime, in first place, and we will get the organizational debut of Eduardo Rodriguez, the left-handed pitcher obtained from the Baltimore Orioles for Andrew Miller on Thursday. A guy with a high upside here, Ken.
A lot of upside. You see his record 3-7, ERA 4.79, but has really good stuff. Good breaking pitch, good velocity on his fastball. His last appearance, he took the loss for Bowie back on July 27th. But changing organizations, getting a fresh start, and he's looking forward to the opportunity this afternoon.
And so as he makes the start, all eyes will be on the pitcher. The defense behind him, Blake Swihart, who we'll be talking a lot about, is behind the plate. David Chester at first, Sean Coyle at second. Hiker Manassas, the shortstop, Mike Miller at third. Ryan Dent, Shannon Wilkerson, and Jonathan Roof, the outfield for the Sea Dogs today. Umpires today, Eric Gillum is behind the plate. Ryan Willis is the first base umpire, and Dan Merzel is at third. Three-man crew here in the minors and Double-A Eastern League play, and we're ready to get this one started on an overcast afternoon, but a great way to get things going for the Sea Dogs. Strike one as Eduardo Rodriguez throws his first pitch as a member of the Red Sox organization.
Good velocity on the fastball, 93. That pitch, 94.
Interesting, too, if you watch the lefty, Ken, sets up all the way to the far right side of the rubber, all the way on that third base side.
Where usually right-handers would pitch from. He pitches from the opposite end that most lefties do, but feeling pretty good right now. 3 pitches in a row, picks up the strikeout. And again, showing good velocity on that fastball, going right after the first hitter. This pitch down and away, right by Cave for the first out of the game.
92-mile-an-hour fastball, 3 pitches, all strikes, and we've got our first strikeout of the game for Rodriguez. Catches the corner there for strike one. Ben Gamble, the designated hitter, stepping up here. Had a 19-game on-base streak snapped about a week ago, July 24th. Has reached base safely in 25 of the last 27 games. But Rodriguez throwing nothing but strikes, and he's ahead of the count 0-2.
Yeah, going right after these hitters. Kind of like his aggressiveness.
That one's fouled off, clocked at 95 miles an hour, so rearing back for a little something extra on that strikeout pitch.
Well, and I'm sure he's got a little extra today. First time pitching for his new organization, trying to impress everybody. And you can get a little extra on that fastball, there's no doubt about it.
And he'll hit Gamble here for the first base runner of the game, an 0-2 pitch. Trying to come inside and came a little too far inside.
And this one getting in. We talked about his aggressiveness. This one he may have overthrew just a little bit. You see that front shoulder open up a little too early, and that ball just takes off. Hitting Gamble right on the right shoulder. So they got a base runner here with 1 out.
And that'll bring up Greg Bird, the first baseman, called up to Trenton yesterday and went 0 for 4 in his debut. Hit .277 with single-A Tampa, and again considered one of the top prospects in the Yankees organization, number 8 on the MLB list of Yankees prospects. Colorado High School Player of the Year in 2011. Played all of last season at single-A Charleston. We hit .288 with 20 homers, so good power. 6'3", 215-pounder out of Cordova, Tennessee, but he went to high school in Colorado, moved when he was a young player. Meantime, Rodriguez now behind 3-0 to Bird. Again, as we said, Rodriguez was that last player obtained in that crazy day on Thursday, the trade deadline frenzy put together by the Red Sox.
Rodriguez only 21 years of age. 200 pounds, 6'2". Very good arm, very live arm, as you can tell.
Popped up to the third base side. Mike Miller under it, and the third baseman will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Nice drive up today. Beautiful Portland, Maine in the summer. No better place to be on a day like this. Doesn't get a whole lot better. 71 degrees. Little on the humid side, but not too bad. A slight wind out to center field and a little cloud cover here. It was sunnier earlier in the day. They had a nice promotion where anyone with a ticket got to go out in the outfield and throw it around. Of course, that meant the two teams had to have indoor batting practice today.
A lot of people on the field today playing catch and enjoying this terrific field and stadium.
This is the cleanup hitter Tyler Austin. Slices one foul on the right field side, and bouncing in behind the second baseman, Sean Coyle. Maybe a little wind affecting that one as Coyle came all the way to the fence, then had to try to move back as that ball tailed back inside.
And not an easy play, and I'm not sure if the wind, how much the wind had to do with it, but Coyle just goes a little too far, tries to get back in time, but unable to make the play. An extra chance here for Austin.
Sean Coyle's been one of the better hitters for the Sea Dogs all season long. Back from the DL recently. Austin gets a new life here. Swing and a miss there, strike two. Rodriguez at the time of the trade was ranked the third top prospect in the Baltimore Orioles system after Dylan Bundy and Kevin Gausman, two pitchers that Orioles fans and baseball fans in general know a lot about. By all accounts, Dan Duquette not willing to move either one of those two guys, so to get the next best pitcher on that list is considered to be a job well done by Ben Cherington and his front office.
You're getting a pitcher with major league, a big league arm, and it's just the finer points right now, the development, the fastball command, breaking pitch, being able to throw things for strikes behind in the count. All of those things that you develop here working with Bob Kipper. He's done a great job with this staff over the year, and Rodriguez will be his next student.
You know, and it's interesting, we said third ranked prospect on the Orioles system. You just saw the graphic, 10th ranked now in the Red Sox system. Speaks to how deep the farm system is right now for the Red Sox. And of course, some of those guys are already up in Boston. We know that. But there's a lot of pitching talent between AA and AAA in this organization. Swing and a miss there. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Rodriguez. No score as the Sea Dogs get ready to come to bat in the bottom of the first here at Hadlock Field.
At Kia's once-a-year Sign It and Drive It sales event, a simple signature can put you behind the wheel of a new Kia. With 0 down and 0 due at signing, you could drive off in a sporty 2015 Optima or a spacious 2015 Sorento. Both are backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, and KBB.com just named Kia as 2014's best value brand. Get ready for the driving experience of the summer. Sign and drive an Optima LX or Sorento LX for 0 down and 0 due at lease signing for qualified lessees. See your local Kia dealer before this offer ends.
Our moving day arrived.
But the movers didn't. All my jewelry? Lost.
Looked like a tornado hit the back of the truck.
But moving my DirecTV? Piece of cake. They were so professional.
And on time.
Even gave me a brand new Genie.
Bundled the phone and internet, too.
All the best sports for the boys.
It's like we never left. DirecTV was the best part of our move. By far.
The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call today and ask how to get NFL Sunday Ticket Max.
I am the original safety feature. The fraction of a second between fender and bender. I'm the last thing on your mind when you shift into drive, but the first that touches the road. I'm not just any tire. I am a Yokohama.
During the summer joyride, buy 4 select Yokohama tires and get a $60 Visa prepaid card. Offer valid through August 31st. See participating dealers for details or visit yokohamatire.com.
Welcome back. Not one of the young prospects, at least not yet, here at Hadlock Field. But a good start for Eduardo Rodriguez as he strikes out a couple of Trenton Thunder batters and gets through a scoreless first inning, his first inning in the organization. Now the Sea Dogs try to get something going offensively. Take a look at the lineup. Shannon Wilkerson leading off. Mike Miller, Blake Swihart, and Sean Coyle, your number 3 and 4 hitters. David Chester, Corey De La Cruz, Jonathan Roof, Hiker Manassas, and Ryan Dent. Going up against Jairo Heredia, which a late change in the starting rotation for the Trenton Thunder. They scratched Luis Severino, who's considered to be one of their top prospects. No word why the late scratch yet. And he has not been put in that rotation for their next series. So Severino pulled out for now, and that'll throw Heredia into it. He came back from AAA just a couple of weeks ago and really struggled in his first couple appearances. in relief, now back in the rotation, starting to settle down and find himself again. Diving stab there for Castillo across the diamond in time. Terrific play by the shortstop, Ali Castillo, to take away a base hit from Shannon Wilkerson.
A tremendous play, having to go in the hole. Goes to his right, has to lay up. Look how quick he gets to his feet in the strong throw, just in time, and a good stretch by the first baseman to complete the play. Bird at first base making a good stretch, and tremendous play by Castillo.
Ali Castillo, the playoff MVP in the Eastern League last year, showing you why, as Trenton won the Eastern League last season. And Castillo had a terrific season at the AA level in the Yankees organization. So one down now as Mike Miller steps up to the plate. Sea Dogs' third baseman, moved up yesterday from High A Salem. Hit .307 at Single A this season before the call-up. Heredia, swing and a miss there from Miller.
Taking a little bit off that pitch, change up from Heredia.
Misses down in the dirt there as he tried to get Miller to chase after one. Heredia, 6'1", 190-pound right-handed pitcher out of the Dominican Republic. This is his 6th appearance since returning from AAA. Again, 4 of those 5 appearances as a reliever. Miller fouls one back here to stay alive. Heredia's made his last 3 starts out of the bullpen for a total of 4 2/3 innings, just 1 run allowed in that stretch. So with the late scratch of the starter Severino, they go to Heredia out of the pen, but not that long ago, July 21st, his last start. Got hit around in that one after being sent back from AAA, but so often, Kenny, we'll talk about it, guy gets moved down a level. Those next couple of starts can be rough as he tries to refocus and get himself ready to go despite the motion.
Not the direction you want to go in, but sometimes you have to take a step back before you can go forward. And a good at bat right there by Mike Miller, following off some tough pitches, working the count full, and then finally getting the pass.
Take a look at the Trenton defense here as Paw Sox get their first run of the game. Beg your pardon, Sea Dogs their first run of the game. Arcia behind the plate. Fiorito and Castillo on the left side of the infield. Tucson at second, and Bird his second game at first base. Cave, Williams, and Austin the outfield behind Heredia. That'll bring up Blake Swihart, highly touted catching prospect who has really become a terrific hitter at the AA level. And as Billy McMillan, the manager of the Sea Dogs, was telling us earlier today, hitting .300 as he did at Single A last year when McMillan was his manager is one thing. Making that adjustment to AA and being able to get that batting average up where it is really says something about his approach at the plate.
Well, we asked him, what is the difference? What was the biggest difference that you witnessed here? And he said, you know, that pitchers are throwing breaking pitches early in the count to me. I'm not used to that. Back in A-ball, they come right at you with the fastball first pitch. A little bit more, trying to be a little bit more selective at the plate. You see home run, 12 home runs on the season, and he talked about how hard he worked this offseason, putting on 20 pounds as he went into spring training, and it's really paid off. Last 8 games, 321, 9 for 28.
Taught himself to be a switch hitter before his senior year in high school, and here batting lefty, the bat way out of his hand and up into the seats. That'll wake up the crowd here on a Sunday afternoon.
You know. And this one just a little bit more pine tar needed here. Look out, folks, heads up.
Landed right in the aisle up behind the seats. And
might have to give it back. Let's see what happens.
This is where usually the negotiation comes in. We'll get you an autographed baseball or something. Well, we all know, those bats are hard to come by because they get a lot of them, but they don't like a lot of them. And you got one you like, you want to get that back. Chopper to first, played there and thrown across in time for the double play. Bird with the tag on the bag and then the throw to Tucson, and they turn the 3-6 double play to end the inning. So Mike Miller with a walk, but that's all the Sea Dogs get going here at Hadlock Field. We're scoreless after one. Charlie Eschbach, president of the Sea Dogs, be joining us here to talk about next year's All-Star game at Hadlock Field. That's coming up in a moment.
They don't. They snore like a freight train, and the snoring stops here. Theravent Advanced Nightly Snore Therapy is clinically proven to reduce snoring by 76%. Theravent's patented microvalve technology harnesses the power of your own breathing to target and treat snoring. Exclusive offers available at snoringstopshere.com or call 1-800-563-0735. Now available at Amazon and directhomemedical.com.
The Tax 10,000 Network has helped people all over America with their tax problems. Just listen to one of the many questions that we are asked to resolve every day.
I've been getting collection letters, and I'm being threatened with wage garnishments. Can I keep the IRS from taking my money?
Our tax partners negotiate with the IRS directly on your behalf and can help stop wage garnishments, liens, and levies before they happen. Don't wait any longer. Call Tax 10,000 today for your free evaluation.
If you or anyone you love needs health insurance right now, with or without a pre-existing medical condition, call the Health Insurance Helpline for immediate assistance and get the relief you deserve. The Health Insurance Helpline has been established to provide affordable health insurance for all uninsured Americans with or without pre-existing conditions. And as a special bonus for calling today, we'll send you a no-obligation, no-cost prescription savings card which can save you up to 50% off your prescriptions. Call the Health Insurance Helpline now.
Next summer here at Hadlock Field, the Eastern League All-Star Game will be happening. A two-day event, home run derby, autograph signing, fireworks, and then the All-Star Game itself. Second time it's being played here at Hadlock Field. You can go to seadogs.com for more information. Tickets going on sale November 1st at 9 a.m. You see the logo for the All-Star Classic coming next summer. And the man behind it all, Charlie Eschbach, president of the Sea Dogs, joining us now. Congratulations on bringing the All-Star Game back.
Well, thank you, Tom.
Obviously, it's an exciting event to have here. You've been through it once already. What did you learn that time around?
You need good weather, and we had it, so hopefully we'll have it again. Yeah, we had it in 2005, and it went very well, and now in 2015 they'll be coming back, and we've got to try to outdo ourselves.
Well, that's the thing. You get everybody here for a couple of days. You try to pack in as much as you can as Mason Williams comes up here to lead off the second for the Trenton Thunder. A two-day event, the game itself here the second day. Tell me a little about what goes on around the game.
Well, earlier in the day we'll have some events so that the folks coming from out of town get a taste of what it's like in Maine. And then we get to the ballpark, we'll have, we're not 100% sure everything yet, but we'll have a home run hitting contest, we'll have a number of other events, and then the game itself.
Well, it's such a great field, and yeah, you've been here 21 seasons now. As the first hit of the game here will be a base hit up the middle for Williams to lead off the second inning now. But you know, this was always, and again, you and I go way back. I remember the aluminum bleachers here when Hadlock Field was a high school field, and the vision that you and Dan Burke had to create what's happening here. How gratifying is it all these years later to see another sellout crowd and another great day and be able to watch baseball here at Hadlock?
It's a wonderful thing, Tom. I mean, Dan and I expected that things would be successful, but I don't know that neither he nor I knew that would be hosting back-to-back sellouts 21 years later. It's just been better than we ever expected.
And Charlie, I mean, this year has been just a tremendous season. This team has done, you know, terrific over the course of the years that you've been here. This has to be one of the best teams that you've seen on the field.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we had some good teams in the past. We won the championship in 2006. We had a great team in 1997 when we were affiliated with the Marlins. But this team has been as exciting as those and more. We've had a whole lot of come-from-behind wins. I give a lot of credit to Billy McMillan. He's had a lot of roster changes. We're still in first place, and we play exciting baseball, which obviously has helped the crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the great things, too, and obviously you had great success, as we said at the beginning, as a Marlins affiliate, but once you made that connection with the Red Sox, as we look at Billy McMillan down in the dugout, Lowell, Portland, Pawtucket, all in New England, there has been such an emphasis on drafting and developing young prospects within the organization. It's one thing to come and have a nice night out at a minor league game, as they do in many cities, but these people come here, they know who a Blake Swihart is. They know who a Henry Owens is. These guys know, these fans know who these prospects are, don't they?
Oh, they do, and they have from day one since we affiliated with the Red Sox, because when we were with the Marlins, they would cheer us on, but most, 8 out of 10 people didn't even know we were affiliated with the Marlins. And if one of our guys didn't hustle down to first, they didn't do much. Now they get excited because this is their team, this is their birthright, so you better hustle down to first.
We saw the promotion this morning with a lot of the fans on the field, throwing the ball around. You do a lot of those sort of things here, letting the fans back and back with the players and on the field as well.
Oh, we do. We do a lot of that during the season, on the field, off the field, players going, into the community. We also try to do a little bit of something different for everyone during the game, because I know if you take a cross-section of 10 people, one of them might be here to watch every single pitch, but they're all here for various reasons, to see Slugger, to win a prize, whatever.
You also have made some changes here, and I'm not sure if that's a pass ball or wild pitch there, but Williams moves over to second as the at-bat for Dan Fiorito continues. Wild pitch is the scoring there. You put up your own version of, I don't want to call it the Green Monster, because the Blue Monster here, correct?
It's the Main Monster.
The Main Monster now, I beg your pardon. And you've got when I first came here, and I was here at your very first game back in 1994, but the new seats up at the U.S. Cellular Pavilion, like Fenway Park, Hadlock Field has evolved over the years.
It has. We really wanted to put monster seats up there, but a knotted rope isn't a good way to get up the back. So we went to right field.
That could be an LL Bean sponsorship. You could have a little rappelling on the way down at the end. You take a look at the comparison here. But again, you fit in some different seats and made some nice touches over the years.
Yeah, we try to do things a little, spruce it up occasionally. We added a brand new message center video board out in left field this year, and it had good results for us.
You've also got what I don't think a lot of people outside of Maine understand is such a great sports town here. The Pirates play hockey. You've got the Red Claws here now for the NBA. High school sports are always well attended and followed here in Maine. It's just to me, it is the perfect, I don't like using the term minor leagues, but developmental type of market for a team like yours to be playing in.
Well, you're right. I mean, the folks here in Maine are clued in to sports. There's no doubt about it. Like you said, it starts at the high school level or before the high school level and goes right on through. And like you said, for a city our size, we're blessed to have professional baseball, professional basketball, and professional hockey.
And perfect weather all summer long, right? Never an issue here at Hadlock Field.
Absolutely. I mean, just look.
I don't think we've ever been here, Ken. The weather's always perfect when we get here.
It is every time we're here, and it's always full pack. You always have a great attendance here. The fans come out. They love Hadlock Field. It's always one of the best times for me when I come here, and it's an enjoyable place to watch a ball game. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, definitely. We were very pleased with the support, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the hard work that Jeff Iaquesa, the general manager, and our staff do to help bring the people out.
I want to ask you finally here, as we've been talking a lot about Blake Swihart behind the plate. He's that name here right now that fans are really paying attention to. And we talked with Billy McMillan before the game. Rich Gedman here is a hitting coach. You've got a mentor here and a catcher. You had Vasquez come through. Now you've got Swihart coming through. It wasn't long ago that the catching prospects were kind of thin in the organization. Boston Red Sox pretty happy with who they've got coming through. Swihart's been just a great representative of the organization as well as a good hitter.
Oh, he has been, and the amazing thing about Swihart is he can hit, he can field, he can throw, but for a catcher, he can really run.
The position's changed a little bit. It used to always be the biggest guy on the team would end up being the catcher. You look at these catchers now, they're athletic, they move quickly. Vasquez, Swihart, they're very athletic guys.
Oh, for sure, and I'm sure there are a lot of major league teams that look at the two catchers the Red Sox have and have covered his eyes.
I played with Billy McMillan in Philadelphia back in the 90s, and I played with him in AAA, and always a hard-working player, always, did things the right way, played the game the right way, and he brings that type of attitude to the field.
Oh, he definitely does. He played for us in '95, so it was a homecoming to have him back. And he was a great guy, not only on the field but doing things in the community when he was here in '95, and he's been a terrific addition this year.
Line drive here to center field. Shannon Wilkerson getting back after it. He'll make the catch. Williams will advance to third. So after a single and a base hit, a single and a walk rather here in the second inning, 2 on, nobody out. Rodriguez getting Arcia and Tucson to fly out. Now 1 out away of getting out of the jam. Ali Castillo will step up. We are here at Hadlock Field in Portland, Maine. The Sea Dogs playing host to the Trenton Thunder, 4th game of the series. Sea Dogs packing up and hitting the road. I'm Tom Karen, Ken Ryan with us here, and we're joined by Charlie Eschbach this inning. So first place is nice. I mean, I know we talk about development all the time, but you're here year after year. It's nice to have these teams win a few games for you once in a while.
I definitely like winning things I get involved with. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, I think the Red Sox realize that, yeah, you want to develop players, but it sure helps if you're developing winning ball players.
There's no question, Kenny. Having players develop in a winning environment is important.
Absolutely. We talk about development, but, you want to have that winning atmosphere, and they want that. And you look at some of the alumni that have played here in Portland, Tazawa and Ross, Middlebrooks, so many. Owens recently, who just got promoted to Pawtucket. I'm sure his road will eventually lead to Fenway Park, but you want to win. That there's no substitute for winning.
Foul ball called there, and there'll be no video challenge, right?
Yeah, I know.
And Billy McMillan will come out and have a quick word. He'll head back in. You take a look at the Eastern League rankings. 71 wins, most in the league. Batting average, ERA, runs scored, all top 2, and 9 complete games. The pitching has really been the thing in this organization. We used Eduardo Rodriguez, making his organizational debut today, was ranked 3rd in the Orioles system, already 10th in the Red Sox system. Speaks to the volume of pitching they have in the system.
Oh, it does. I mean, we've had Henry Owens up until just recently. Brian Johnson who's been having a great year. The entire rotation's been doing very well, but it also should be mentioned that our bullpen has been super solid.
Well, I always use last year as an example. You had Brandon Workman and Zach Britton starting the year here in AA Portland. They wind up being important parts of a team that wins a World Series. So not only do you have young prospects, but you got an organization that's willing to move them along if they see the opportunity.
Oh, for sure. And Bogart started with us last year as well.
Drake Britton, I should say. I had the Orioles on my mind. Drake Britton, not Zach Britton.
You talk about the bullpen here in Portland. No Ramirez, the closer, having a fantastic season, making the All-Star team, and Robbie Scott as well. 2 pitchers out of the bullpen pitching very well. It's been a full team effort. Offensively, defensively, playing tremendous baseball, and pitching has really been excellent.
Ali Castillo fouls one off here. So 2-2 the count as Rodriguez trying to pitch his way out of it. He's going up against the Eastern League postseason MVP. Hit .381 in the playoffs last year as Trenton won that Eastern League.
Having to throw a lot of pitches here in the second inning.
His 23rd pitch of the inning, just missing outside, so it'll be a full count. Yeah, we talked about Rich Gedman. I've been here a couple of years now as a hitting coach. Not often that a guy who had the kind of success he had at the major league level wants to devote himself and be a full-time coach in the minor leagues. What's it been like having Geddy around?
Oh, it's been great. He and I go way back because I was general manager in Bristol when he was a 19-year-old catcher in the Eastern League. So, it's been great to have him, and, testament to what he's done is our results this year.
Fly ball, a short left field coming in his dent. He'll make the catch, so Rodriguez gets out of the jam without any damage. Charlie, great to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Charlie Eschbach and the Portland Sea Dogs will be hosting that 2015 Eastern League All-Star Game. Check it out at seadogs.com. We'll come back for the bottom of the second right after this.
Looking sharp, Len. Who's the lucky lady?
I'm going to the bank to discuss a mortgage.
See, you need a loan, you put on a suit, you go crawling to the bank. This is how I dress to get a mortgage. I just go to LendingTree. I calculate how much home I can afford. I get multiple offers to compare side by side. And the best part is, the banks come crawling to me.
Everything you need to get a better mortgage. Clothing optional. LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
Okay. Awkward.
Hey Red Sox fans, here's your chance to enjoy a unique evening right here in the outfield at Fenway Park. Join me and the rest of the World Series champion Red Sox for Picnic in the Park on Sunday, August 24th. This fundraiser, presented by Ace Ticket, features an autograph session, a barbecue, family fun entertainment, and an opportunity to have your picture taken with all 3 World Series trophies. Don't forget to bring your glove. To purchase tickets, visit www.redsox.com/picnic.
3 out of 4 Americans know they need life insurance, and many who have it know they don't have enough. Sound like you? You can guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through Matrix Direct. Just look, less than $16 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price.
Call 800-483-0103 or visit matrixdirect.com. That's 800-483-0103.
I guess we're coming down the home stretch in the Eastern League season here at Hadlock Field.
Down the stretch they come.
This is better than the President's Race. Is that what they do in Washington, and the Sausage Race in Milwaukee?
I saw the Sausage Race a few times, and this is a close second.
We're talking about with Charlie Eschbach right now about what the Sea Dogs do as they come to bat here in the bottom of the second. But, minor league baseball is all about family fun. You want to see the prospects, but like you said, not everyone here is charting every pitch being thrown. Great afternoon out, affordable tickets obviously at the minor league level, and just a beautiful ballpark to come see a game.
It is an absolute beautiful ballpark, fan-friendly, easy parking, and there's not a bad seat in the house. And the food is excellent, and it's just a fun place to be. I mean, minor league baseball at its best right here.
And this is Sean Coyle, base hit up the middle, first hit of the day for the Sea Dogs off Jairo Heredia. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second after Eduardo Rodriguez got out of a jam in the top of the second. And they've got that tradition here, you saw it before, of the jerseys up on the wall here at Hadlock and the players who went on to the majors. They don't mess around. This is Thursday afternoon during the trade deadline frenzy. They were taking down the names as they got traded away, and you had some workers pretty busy here at Hadlock Field with all those deals going on in Boston.
Oh, what a busy day on Thursday. 28% of the roster.
Incredible.
Changing, but there's a good look at many of the alumni that played here at Hadlock that went on to the big leagues.
Seem to have a lot of number 7s up there. That seems to be the lucky number. I think I saw 5 different number 7s who have made it up from Portland to the big leagues. David Chester, the first baseman now, will come up with a man on and nobody out. Chester's hit safely in 5 of the last 6 games, hitting .316 with a homer in that stretch. 6'5", 270-pound first baseman out of Collinsville, Oklahoma.
Sean Coyle at first base, 13 stolen bases on the season.
And a called third strike. Chester didn't like it, but he'll head back to the dugout. First strikeout of the day for Jairo Heredia.
Looked like an off-speed pitch, possibly a change-up, a lot of movement. He takes that for strike 3.
Here's Cure de la Cruz, the designated hitter. De La Cruz, the 5'11", 165-pound outfielder / DH, 22-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. His first year in Portland, signed as an international free agent back in 2009. In his pro debut with the Dominican Summer League that following summer was named Latin Program Player of the Year. 23 homers, 20 RBI on the season to go along with that .271 batting average. And quickly Heredia ahead, 0-2. Nice job by Rodriguez that last half inning. 2 on, nobody out. He's able to get out of it without any damage.
First two hitters getting on base, single and then a walk, but able to get 3 consecutive outs to end the inning.
De La Cruz hit his first and second AA homers on June 15th at Akron. It's a 2-homer game. Was on the DL with a broken wrist through the entire spring training into the season. Didn't get activated until June 1st. Last season, got off to a great start. Before the injury, was the minor league hitter of the month in the Red Sox organization for June, hitting .387 in 28 games in Single A. One-two pitch, base hit to right field down the line. Coyle will head to third, bobbled in right field. Coyle was thinking about advancing, but he's held up and will head back. So see how they score it. Probably a single and an error there, but you'll have men on second and third with 1 out here in the second for the Sea Dogs.
De La Cruz got a couple looks at that breaking ball, and this one is hung up in the zone, and he doesn't miss it. Drives it right past the first baseman Bird. Austin slides, keeps the ball in front of him. Here's a good look at Coyle around second, and he's going to be held up at third base. So runners at second and third, scoring position, only 1 away for Jonathan Roof.
Ball 1 to Jonathan Roof. That was a double. They do score a double there for De La Cruz, so a 1-out double, men on second and third for Roof now. Chopper down the third base side. Is a fair ball. Going to be a little bit of confusion here.
Well, Roof thought it might have been a foul ball, but
well, the home plate umpire never made a motion of any sort.
well, Tony Franklin, manager for Trenton, going to have a quick talk with the home plate umpire. Let's take a look at the replay.
They're calling it an out at first and an RBI, so that's why Tony Franklin, the manager of the Thunder, not happy about it.
Well, Roof didn't move. He obviously thought it hit the front of his foot, but no motion at all by the home plate umpire, Eric Ullum, as the ball just travels toward third base. In comes Coyle with the first run of the ball game. It is an RBI for Roof.
Franklin asking that the third base umpire get involved, but the home plate umpire, Eric Gillen, feels he saw it all the way, so that'll be a put out 5-3 and an RBI for Roof, and a 1-0 lead for the Sea Dogs. De La Cruz advancing to third base on the play. You're right, he never left for first base.
Well, yeah, I think he thought it definitely hit him, but there was no motion, and take the run whenever you can.
So 2 down, 1 run in, man on third for Hiker Meneses, the shortstop, 23-year-old out of Venezuela. He'd been playing third base at the start of the year when Devin Marrero was at short. Marrero moved up to AAA, and Hiker Meneses back to his natural position at shortstop.
Yeah, he's an excellent shortstop. They don't lose a lot defensively with Meneses at shortstop. Great range, good arm.
Swing and a miss there. Heredia ahead of him 0-2. Hit .255 last season with Portland, moved up to Pawtucket at the end of the year, and he'll strike out there. So, on a bit of a strange play, the Sea Dogs take the lead. RBI for Jonathan Roof, a painful one. We'll talk a little about the pitching here as they've got a 1-0 lead heading to the third at Hadlock Field.
Join the Red Sox in striking out cancer at the WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon on August 19th and 20th at Fenway Park. Presented by the Arbella Insurance Foundation and brought to you in part by your Boston area Lexus dealers. Red Sox Final on Nesson is all about what's trending inside the nation. It's your tweets,
on Twitter,
your videos, your final word.
You know, that's a different thing.
Red Sox Final on Nesson, live following every game, presented by Esurance.
An important medical alert for all parents of boys who have taken Risperdal. The medication Risperdal has been linked to breast growth in young men, also known as gynecomastia. The FDA issued several warnings to advise patients that young males grew enlarged breasts after taking Risperdal, and in some cases required corrective surgery to treat the complication. If your son was prescribed Risperdal and has been diagnosed with gynecomastia,
call Parliament Law Firm at 1-800-604-4907 for a free legal consultation. 1-800-604-4907.
Thank you, America, for making Mighty Bite one of the best-selling lures on the market today.
And now the complete Mighty Bite fishing kit is yours for only $19.95. You get 10 Mighty Bites in time-tested colors and sizes with all of the hooks and hardware you need to land the lunkers. But wait, call now and get the Mighty Bite Big Bass Bonus Kit. It's a $20 value, but it's yours free, plus processing and handling.
Mighty Bite Hand 5. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Don't let this one get away. Reel in the Mighty Bite now. Here's how to order.
All right, a 1-0 lead here for the Sea Dogs heading to the third inning. Taking a look at Blake Swihart, the catcher for the Sea Dogs. Had become an accomplished hitter and fully aware that the primary job of a catcher is to help his pitchers, and he's done that with some of their top pitchers moving along to Pawtucket and Boston.
It means a lot, especially when a guy like Henry Owens comes and says, hey, thank you. I mean, you've done great, just keep working, and it's good to see those guys go up. I'm happy for them.
Well, you talk about a guy whose character jumps out as soon as you spend a little time talking to him. This is a young man who's got his head on straight, and you can quickly understand why so many people are excited about his future.
And he's as you talk to him, you realize what's important. It's hard work. It's being a teammate.
They will let this one go foul as Jake Cave, a leadoff hitter, leading off the third inning, trying to beat that one out.
And he knows what's the most important part about being a catcher is, and that's working with your pitching staff and having that rapport with them, that relationship. He talked about Henry Owens and how important it was for him to see him go to AAA, and it's just a matter of time before this young man is in AAA. But he worked hard this offseason, put on 20 pounds that I think has really helped him with much of his power offensively. And we also talked about the relationship that he has with Rich Gedman, which has been a really important part of his development this season, being able to go in after an inning and have Rich talk to him about blocking a ball or sitting up a certain way. Who better to have as a catching coach than Rich Gedman?
Yeah, I've been saying it all along. It's like having a goalie coach. A hockey team has a goalie coach for a reason. It is a completely different position than the rest of the team plays, and the same can be said for catching. And they've got that here with Gedman. Meantime, they've got a strikeout as Cave swings and misses, striking Cave out for the second time today.
Breaking ball here from Rodriguez, hard slider. Breaking away from Cave.
Got a pinch hitter here as Tyson Blazer will step in for Ben Gamble. Gamble was hit by a pitch, remember, in the first inning, so could have something to do with why he is not in there now, but Blazer will step in there and get his first at bat of the game, facing Rodriguez. With one out, nobody on, here in the third inning. Had his first and only multi-RBI game at the AA level last Monday, went 3 for 3. It's a 4-time academic All-Big Ten selection out of the University of Iowa. Last season, 4 appearances with Trenton, hit .214 as a catcher. Got him as a catcher first base prospect in here now, stepping in for the DH Gamble. Rodriguez just missing there, 2-2.
Rodriguez settling down right now, moving the ball in and out.
Gets him there, strike 3, the call. So back-to-back strikeouts for Rodriguez here in the 3rd inning.
Well, Rodriguez now starting to work well with Swihart behind the plate. Looks like they're getting into tune together. This is a fastball right at the knees, outer half, perfectly located in a good frame by Swihart to pick up the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Rodriguez.
4 on the day for Rodriguez, and Greg Bird will step in. Bird, again, his 2nd game at the AA level after getting transferred up from Trenton yesterday. Very excited about his plate discipline in the Yankee system, and got a great example of that in his first AA at-bat yesterday. He took the first 3 pitches he saw and got ahead of the count 3-0, and how often a kid moving up to the next level is a little jumpy, a little antsy in that first at-bat, but Bird showing that he's staying with the approach that got him here.
I had a conversation with Chris Chambliss a few years back when he was coaching in AAA, and he said the biggest step any young player has to make is plate awareness. You know, from the AA level, from A ball to AA, from AA to AAA, and from AAA to the big leagues, it's all about plate awareness, knowing, looking for certain pitches in certain zones, knowing counts, working counts, and especially at this level, that's what it's all about.
Baseball America said he had the best strike zone discipline in the organization, but he's still looking for his first hit at the AA level, grounding out to second there. So a 1-2-3 inning for Rodriguez and a 1-0 lead for the Sea Dogs.
They don't. They snore like a freight train, and the snoring stops here. Theravent Advanced Nightly Snore Therapy is clinically proven to reduce snoring by 76%. Theravent's patented microvalve technology harnesses the power of your own breathing to target and treat snoring.
Exclusive offers available at snoringstopshere.com or call 1-800-563-0735. Now available at Amazon and directhomemedical.com.
I am the original safety feature. The fraction of a second between fender and bender. I'm the last thing on your mind when you shift into drive, but the first that touches the road. I'm not just any tire. I am a Yokohama.
During the summer joyride, buy 4 select Yokohama tires and get a $60 Visa prepaid card. Offer valid through August 31st. See participating dealers for details or visit yokohamatire.com.
Hi there. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you're expecting a lunatic on a rampage. I'm Kaylin, and I've been living with schizophrenia for 11 years.
It's time to talk about mental illness. Pledge to end stigma at bringchangetomind.org.
Fans young and old taking the game here at Hadlock Field today, and the Sea Dogs have themselves a 1-0 lead early. Nice 1-2-3 inning for Rodriguez there, bouncing back after he had a bit of trouble in a high pitch count in the 2nd inning.
Top of the order, he had 2 strikeouts, Cave and Blazer. Just what he needed. He threw a lot of pitches in that 2nd inning.
He's thrown 9 of 12 first pitch strikes, so always a good sign when you're keeping an eye on a young pitcher trying to make an impression with his new organization. Now Ryan Dent, the number 9 hitter, will lead off the 3rd inning for the Sea Dogs. Fouls that one off here. Ryan Dent, 6 foot even, 190-pound outfielder out of Long Beach, California. Down in the dirt, he'll take that one for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Dent was a first-round sandwich pick of the Red Sox in the 07 draft. 62nd overall. Compensation for losing Keith Folk. That's how the game is now. You lose a free agent. You try to make the most of that compensation pick. But then goes down swinging strike 3 there in the first out of the inning here in the third.
Second strikeout for Heredia. And a lot of movement on that fastball, sinking down. Dent unable to make contact. He goes down on strikes. Top of the order here now for the Sea Dogs.
Shannon Wilkerson now. His second at-bat of the game. Grounded out to short, but a terrific play by Ali Castillo, robbing him of a base hit to start the game in the first inning. Wilkerson spent time with the AAA Paw Sox. Again to short here. A little easier play for Castillo this time around. 2 down quickly here in the third. The 2014 New England East Regional Little League Baseball Tournament is underway in Bristol, Connecticut. Our coverage begins Tuesday as Maine takes on Massachusetts. Don't miss any of the exciting Little League action all this week on NESN. It's Barnstable, Massachusetts taking on Falmouth, Maine. So Falmouth, Maine just up the coast a little bit here.
I'll be traveling to Connecticut for that, and that's always a lot of fun watching the youngsters battle it out for a chance to travel to Williamsport.
In fact, Ali Castillo, the shortstop. Take a look in just a second here as Mike Miller up to bat. The Trenton shortstop, Ali Castillo, won the Little League World Series Championship in 2000 as a member of the Venezuela team.
He's traveled to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, been part of that experience.
Ball 4, so Mike Miller for the second time will walk today, this time with 2 down in the third inning, putting a man on for Blake Swihart.
A couple quick outs, and then Heredia just losing focus, walking Miller on 4 pitches. Bring up the very dangerous Blake Swihart.
Two down, man on first. Swihart lined into a double play, lined to first base, and a nice play by Bird over there, starting the double play. Swihart had an 11-game hitting streak, snapped a couple of games ago. He's 0 for 8 since. Drives this one to right field, drifting over is Austin. He'll make the catch to end the inning. So Miller walks again, but the Red Sox can't do anything with it. 1-0 Sea Dogs lead heading to the fourth. When we come back, Sea Dogs hitting coach Rich Gedman joining us here as we continue, so stay with us.
Red Sox Final on NESN is all about what's trending inside the nation. It's your tweets,
on Twitter,
your videos, your final word.
You know, that's a different thing.
Red Sox Final on NESN, live following every game, presented by Esurance.
Hey Red Sox fans, here's your chance to enjoy a unique evening right here in the outfield at Fenway Park. Join me and the rest of the World Series champion Red Sox for Picnic in the Park on Sunday, August 24th. This fundraiser, presented by Ace Ticket, features an autograph session, a barbecue, family fun entertainment, and an opportunity to have your picture taken with all 3 World Series trophies. Don't forget to bring your glove. To purchase tickets, visit www.redsox.com/picnic.
Grilled meats. Smells so good. What's happening over there?
Corn! Oh yeah, that's the X4 Platinum, the world's most social grill.
Social grill?
Did he just take a selfie?
Oh yeah. Send photo. Watch, she's gonna light it with an app.
Oh, gas.
Yeah. Kebab, 1 serving.
Get off your gas and grill with Kingsford Charcoal.
Denied by Rask. Saves it. What a save by Rask. Saved by Tuukka Rask. 2 U's, 2 K's, 2 good, 2 nights. Tuukka Rask, the star of this game.
We are back here at Hadlock Field, a 1-0 lead for the Sea Dogs over the Trenton Thunder. Red Sox-Yankees rivalry continuing at Fenway Park. The AA affiliates of those two organizations going at it here in Portland. And joining us now, the hitting coach of the Portland Sea Dogs, Rich Gedman. How you doing, Rich?
I'm doing well, Tom. How you doing?
Doing great, thanks. You know, we had Charlie Eschbach on a couple of innings ago, and we're talking about developing young players as you guys do here, but how nice it is to be doing it in a winning culture. How nice is it for these young players to be part of a winning team here early in their pro careers?
Well, what's really neat for them is that they get the chance to play in a lot of people. A big Red Sox country here, a Red Sox nation. They get a chance to get to play in front of the crowds and really get a feel for what it's like, that the adrenaline rush of playing in front of a lot of people, and it's only going to get more as they go up.
Rich, you of all people understand that. From Worcester and St. Peter Marion, you grew up in Red Sox Nation and got to play for the team and had a great pro career and a great major league career. For these young players to get here in Lowell and Portland and Pawtucket, these fans really know who these players are, don't they?
It's amazing. It's changed so much over the years that these guys, before they get here, they know they're coming. The people are well aware of what's going on throughout the minor league system with the Red Sox.
Fly ball here for Tyler Austin. Getting over is Ryan Dent. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Rich, we spoke with Blake Swihart before the game. We talked about him working with you, not just hitting-wise, but defensively, and he talked about how much, how great it is to have somebody like you working with him. What have you seen in Blake, that the improvements that he's made?
First of all, he's a tremendous athlete. He has many gifted tools. He's got very soft hands and strong hands. He throws the ball very well. He's got quick feet. He's very athletic. It's really kind of neat. People assume because I'm here that I spend an awful lot of time working with him catching. Chad Epperson is the one who really spends a lot of time with the catchers and really builds their foundation. And they allow me to get around them if they got to iron out some rough spots. When he's not around, I'm here to be able to talk to.
But you've certainly seen these young catchers develop. You saw Christian Vasquez, now you got Blake Swihart. Both of them so good behind the plate defensively and so quick with the arm. What's impressed you most about Swihart, watching him develop this year at AA?
Well, it's his ability to keep wanting to get better. He's such a perfectionist that sometimes he can be hard on himself, but it's really a nice quality to have. And he's always trying to refine and make his skills better. But he certainly has a tremendous tool set to work with, and it's just a matter of continuing to just believe in his ability and not trying to do too much. I think sometimes guys here, they come here and they think they need to do too much when he's finding out it's the same game at this level, as I'm sure it'll be for him at the next level and the one after that.
Rich, what do you think is the biggest adjustment the hitters make coming from A-ball to AA?
The pitchers don't throw 2-0 fastballs all the time. And they start to think that there's something wrong. And it's the continuing ability to refine their strike zone and understand the strike zone a little better as to what some pitchers are trying to do to them.
Rich, before I let you go, I want to ask you, fans know about Christian Vasquez, fans know about Blake Swihart. Dan Butler is a guy, undrafted, a backup catcher for a lot of his college career, gets promoted to the majors yesterday. How gratifying is it for the organization to see a guy who's worked as hard as Dan Butler has get a chance at the major league level?
Gosh, it's pretty special because when you first sign a Dan Butler, you're not expecting him to be in the big leagues. And it's a credit to him and the people in the organization who work with him. And it allows him to become better, if you will. And it's opportunity, taking advantage of opportunity, and his perseverance, his ability to keep working hard and develop his skills. And it's really a great story. And it's certainly wonderful to, I think if you're a young guy in this organization, you're not sitting there going, it's only about the guys who were the first and second and third round picks.
That's a home run right there for Dan Fiorito, tying this game up at one apiece, second of the year for Fiorito. Before we let you go, Roger Clemens getting inducted into the Red Sox Hall of Fame later this month. Rich, how nice is it to see him get that moment, that tip of the cap from the organization he did so much for?
Well, he had a special time here, and it's neat when quality performance gets rewarded. Special guy to the organization, great teammate, certainly a very, very talented pitcher, and not only a future, he's a future Hall of Famer, not only a Red Sox Hall of Famer, but a future Hall of Famer.
Rich, we appreciate the time as always. Good luck the rest of the way, and hope the weather's like this in Portland the rest of the year.
So do I. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Rich. Rich Gedman joining us downstairs. With a 1-1 game now, Fiorito, boy, you lift that one up into the netting here. That's a pretty good power for a guy who just hits his second home run of the year.
You could tell right off the crack of the bat. Fastball inner half, and his hands came through very quickly. Rodriguez knew it right away, and you see that ball deposited just above the wall in left field.
Tying the game up as Rodriguez had gotten 8 straight batters prior to that home run, had retired 8 in a row. Now facing Francisco Arcia with 2 outs in a tie game here in the 4th.
Well, it's always a joy to speak with Rich Gedman. What a tremendous career he had with the Red Sox.
Called strike 3 as Rodriguez gets Arcia looking. That is the 5th strikeout of the game for Rodriguez, but we're all tied up thanks to the Fiorito home run. Sea Dogs coming up in the bottom of the 4th.
These are my demands.
When I call for an auto insurance quote, I want to talk to a live, intelligent, caring human being.
Who will give me their total attention.
If that's what you're looking for, you should call Amica right now.
Discounts would also be nice.
Look at how many ways Amica can help you save. For combining auto, home, and life insurance, for anti-theft and safety features, and more.
I don't expect a lot. Okay, maybe I do expect a lot.
We wouldn't have it any other way. So switch to Amica now.
The number's been here the whole time.
Call Amica for a quote 24/7.
Our moving day arrived.
But the movers didn't. All my jewelry lost.
Looked like a tornado hit the back of the truck.
But moving my DirecTV, piece of cake. They were so professional.
And on time.
Even gave me a brand new Genie.
Bundled the phone and internet too. All our favorite movies and shows. It's like we never left.
DirecTV was the best part of our move. By far.
The DirecTV Movers deal. Call now and ask if you qualify for a free Genie upgrade.
Hi, this is my dad, and he's an advertising executive. Hi, this is my mom, and she's an algebra teacher.
What would your child say if you never received your degree? Kickstart your career by getting more information about college degrees at Degree Solutions. And did you know that college graduates can make more than those with just a high school diploma?
I'm really proud of you, Mom.
Log on now to startaprogramnow.com. That's startaprogramnow.com.
Mascot Mania is back. Fans get to decide minor league baseball's best mascot. The Sea Dogs' beloved mascot, Slugger the Sea Dog, is asking for your vote. He's not beyond begging, Ken. Go to SeaDogs.com to cast your vote. You can also vote on Twitter using the hashtag VoteSlugger_Sea Dog and hashtag Mascot Mania. And be sure to tag at MILB in your post.
He is a terrific mascot. There's no doubt about it. And
he follows me on Twitter. We converse regularly.
There you go. You know,
what do you want out of a mascot?
And I will say this: I played in Philly. We had the Philadelphia.
Well, yes. And
yeah, he was unbelievable.
That was back in the day where you had you had the Fanatic and you had the San Diego Chicken. And that was kind of it. I mean, you had the Chicken and the Fanatic. That was it.
The Fanatic would come out. He just had to walk on the field. I'd start laughing. he was unbelievable.
Well, he was a little bit. He went rogue. You know, the Fanatic got a little carried away.
He did.
Take that ATV and he'd bolt and steal things from players. I've heard the stories.
Tommy Lasorda, he used to drive him crazy.
He and Mr. Met always had a pretty good rivalry going too.
Mr. Met, yes, they still do.
Yeah. Meantime, Jairo Heredia. The game tied up at 1 apiece here, facing Sean Coyle to lead off the 4th, and he'll get Coyle to chase after that for the 4th strikeout of the game.
A nasty breaking ball here by Heredia on Coyle. You see the one just really breaking away. Tough pitch right there. 4th strikeout for Heredia.
That'll bring up David Chester. Took a called third strike back in the second inning. One of those 4 strikeouts for Heredia so far. Chester hit a combined .271 with 19 homers in low A Greenville and high A Salem last season. Drafted out of the University of Pittsburgh back in 2011, led the Big East Conference with 16 homers in his senior year. Also led Pitt with 60 RBI. Chops this one foul down the third base line, so 0-2 the count to Chester. Chester, big 6'5", 270-pound first baseman, 25-year-old. Again, staying alive here as he gets his bat on that one, foul ball.
A lot of breaking balls from Heredia, and Chester doing his job, just trying to get a piece and hoping to work this count a little bit.
It's been nearly 4 years since the Sea Dogs have been swept at home in a 4-game series. Got to go back to September 2010. Another foul ball here, so.
Well, a lot of changes this past week for Boston, but that also affects everybody else in the organization, from Pawtucket to Portland here as well.
This was to be Henry Owens' start. Instead, Henry Owens called up after a Sea Dogs franchise record, and that's going all the way back to 1994. 14 wins, most ever by a Sea Dogs pitcher. And now he'll get his opportunity tomorrow night, pitching for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Interesting to see where Blake Swihart fits into all of that as Chester swings and misses. He'll strike out for the second time today. 5 strikeouts now for Heredia.
Heredia is starting to get in a pretty good groove right now. Back-to-back strikeouts. This one coming on the slider once again. And a good pitch for him this afternoon.
That'll bring up Curry De La Cruz. De La Cruz with a double back in the second inning, got as far as third base and was stranded there. I bring up Swihart because you can't help but wonder, with Owens up at AAA, will it be long before they bring Swihart up? Basically has been Owens' personal catcher for a long time. And this one driven to the gap by De La Cruz. Off the wall out in left field, and he'll have a stand-up double, second double of the day for Curry De La Cruz. Sea Dogs trying to get something going here with 2 outs in the 4th.
Yeah, what a beautiful swing on this pitch. Fastball up and away. Doesn't try to pull it, just goes with the pitch. Driving it very deep, one-hopping the wall in left center field. Back-to-back doubles for De La Cruz. The only one in this lineup that he's having trouble with.
Opportunity here for Jonathan Roof. Drove in the only run of the game, and it was a strange little play back in the second inning. He thought he fouled it off his foot. Umpire called it fair, and as everyone stood around, Sean Coyle scampered in from third base. Gave the Sea Dogs a 1-0 lead at the time. Now tied up at 1, and with 2 outs, Roof has a chance to put his team back ahead. That one just misses, so 1-2 the count. That one he does foul off.
No doubt about that
alive,
one.
Yeah. Roof was selected from the Philadelphia Phillies in the AAA phase of the Rule 5 draft last December. His father, Gene Roof, played in the majors 3 seasons. Cardinals and Expos, and he's a coach in the Tigers system now. Roof was originally drafted in the 39th round by the Red Sox, but didn't sign and attended Michigan State University, then drafted by the Rangers in the 8th round. Ball 2. Roof hitting .274 on the season, 3 homers, 15 RBI. Fouls that one off to stay alive and keep this battle going.
Yeah, good battle put on here by Roof and Heredia. And a trip to the mound here by Francisco Arcia, the catcher. They discuss a way to end this at bat for Roof. Roof seeing a lot of pitches in this at bat.
And next pitch will be the 8th pitch of the at bat and the 20th pitch of the inning. So they're making Heredia work.
After 2 quick strikeouts, he looked very good with the first 2 hitters, and then the double by De La Cruz, and now Roof trying to keep the inning alive.
Ground ball, left field side, just foul as it's about 2 inches left of that bag as it bounced over.
Not by much. Just foul down the left field line.
So the 9th pitch of the at-bat now, 2-2 pitch, and he got him swinging. So Heredia wins the battle, strikes out the side around the double by De La Cruz. 6 strikeouts in the game and a 1-1 game as we head to the 5th here at Hadlock Field in Portland.
The Dennis and Callahan Morning Show is presented by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest discount tire dealer with 87 stores and over 400,000 tires in stock. So it's easy to see why our prices can't be beat. Plus, at Town Fair Tire, we'll honor any competitors and manufacturer's rebate. Like I said, nobody can beat a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Could your house go into foreclosure? Does it seem like the bank has no interest in helping you save your home? And you feel like you have nowhere to turn? Then we have good news for you. Main Street Foreclosure Services. Main Street Foreclosure Services can help save your home. We specialize in foreclosure assistance, and that's all we do. If you are behind on your mortgage payments, being threatened with foreclosure, have been denied a loan modification, or been the victim of a predatory loan, it's critical that you call Main Street Foreclosure Services now. American Foreclosure Services has a network of attorneys, and our agents are available to speak to you now. Remember, if you are behind on your mortgage payments, Main Street Foreclosure Services can help stop the foreclosure process. Call today before it's too late. New laws are in effect that may save your home. So call Main Street Foreclosure Services now.
Call 800-278-3468 to save your home from foreclosure today. That's 800-278-3468.
Top of the 5th here at Hadlock Field. We are tied at 1 apiece. Sea Dogs out hitting the Trenton Thunder 3-2, but all tied up at 1. Red Sox back in action tonight. Little primetime baseball, nationally televised, so we've got the day off. Off day for everybody tomorrow as they hit the road for an 8-game road trip. Kind of a strange one. St. Louis out to the west coast of the Angels, then back to the Midwest for 2 with Cincinnati before coming home to open up a homestand against the Astros.
A lot of miles on that trip. National League City.
So Rodriguez coming into this inning with 70 pitches thrown, 24 of them in that second inning. He got out of that. The only damage against him, that home run from Fiorito. Now Francisco Arcia will lead off the 5th. He flied out to center field with a couple of men on, back in the second inning. Beg your pardon, Tucson up. Jose Tucson, Arcia made the final out of that last inning. Tough chop there, and unable to make that play is Mike Miller, so Tucson will reach safely here the 5th. 5 strikeouts for Rodriguez so far. What'd you see, Kenny?
A little bit of everything. Good slider, good fastball early in the game. This one at the knees. Breaking change up right there. There's the slider to the lefty. Fastball just painting the outer half. He's had good command of that fastball today. As you mentioned, ran into some trouble in the second inning, was able to pitch through it, and has to work through a base runner here with nobody on.
And it'll be Ali Castillo. We talked about it before. Castillo with some championship pedigree under him. That World Series championship we talked about way back in 2000, but also the Eastern League championship last year. The Eastern League postseason MVP. Very good defensive shortstop, and now with a 9-game hitting streak coming into this one, had the game-winning RBI in each of the last 2 games. Here, bunting, drops it down and playing it at first and unable to make the play. Chester tried to flip it over to Coyle. The ball got there just as the runner arrived, and he's safe. And now you got men on first and second with nobody out.
And what a terrific bunt by Castillo, right down the right. Just right down the first base line. I thought I was going to go foul, but it just hugs that line. Chester a flip, and that ball just collided with the runner going down the line. Everybody's safe. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Go down as an error on Chester on the throw.
Yeah, sacrifice and an error. So you've got back-to-back errors here. Tucson reaching on the error to Mike Miller at third. Castillo reaching on the David Chester throwing error. And now Rodriguez will have to pitch out of a jam.
Okay.
2 on, nobody out. Second time that's happened in this game. He got out of it without any runs scored back in the second inning, Ken.
Well, let's see if he can do it here. Cave trying to move the runners into scoring position. There you see the line on Rodriguez this afternoon. 4+, 2 hits. Only 1 earned run, the home run by Fiorito back in the 4th inning, but he's in a jam here.
And again, Cave looking to bunt again. He will foul that off. So,
well, that's not going to make his manager happy right there. 2 attempts at trying to move the runners over, unable to do so. Chance here for Rodriguez possibly to get a strikeout here and with those runners at first and second.
Jake Cave.
Cave already down twice on strikeouts today.
6th round pick of the Yankees back in 2011. Ground ball is second base. Coyle flips it over. They get it to first in time for the double play. Coyle to Meneses to Chester for 6-3 on the twin killer.
Even better than the strikeout, the double play ball. Right at Coyle, easy flip to Meneses to complete the double play to Chester, and quickly 2 away. Very well done.
Tucson advances to third base, but they'll take that exchange. You had 2 on, nobody out. You get the double play now. Infield back, and they'll try to get Blazer to get out of the inning. Blazer, the designated hitter now, came in for Ben Gamble. Gamble got hit by a pitch in the first inning, was taken out of the game. Good block there by Swihart behind the plate.
Swihart dropping to his knees, just keeping that ball in front of him. He's done that a few times today. Just anticipating when a pitch is going to be down, knowing that you got to get down in that position, into that squat. We're only 90 feet away.
Just outside, 2-1. Fouls that one off.
A good pitch behind in the count, 2-1. Fastball outer half at 93.
Cesar Cabral up in the bullpen for the Thunder here. Meantime, Rodriguez trying to get out of this. Swing and a miss, strike three. He struck him out. And for the second time in this game, Eduardo Rodriguez getting out of a 2-on, nobody out jam. We head to the bottom of the fifth, tied at 1 apiece.
Before every game, tune into Red Sox Game Day Live on NESN. Pre-game insight from TC and NESN's team of all-star analysts. Unique access and inside information you'll only get from the home of the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox Game Day Live on NESN, presented by DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union.
With so many people leaving big banks these days, you might wonder where they're all going.
Every season has a turning point, a game changer, an unexpected hero, where young stars make their name and legends leave their mark. Now, DirecTV delivers the save of the year with MLB Extra Innings at a special half-season price. Every team, every player, every pitch that paints the playoff picture. Plus, for the first time ever, the action follows you with MLB.tv. That's almost 100 games a week on any device. Order today and get MLB.tv included with MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV.
I am the trusty co-pilot, the translator who interprets the road. I am the permission to take the scenic route and the guide that gets you there safely. I'm not just any tire. I am a Yokohama.
During the summer joyride, buy 4 select Yokohama tires and get a $60 Visa prepaid card. Offer valid through August 31st. See participating dealers for details or visit yokohamatire.com.
Welcome back to Hadlock Field, bottom of the fifth here as the Sea Dogs come up to bat, tied up at 1. Joining us down in the dugout right now is Bob Kipper, pitching coach of the Portland Sea Dogs. We're watching Eduardo Rodriguez for the first time today, at least in your organization. You've seen him from the other side. He's pitched against the Sea Dogs. What are your impressions been so far, Bob?
Wow, you really got to love his stuff. I mean, it's an athletic body. It's an athletic delivery, really quick arm, loose arm. He really creates live left-handed stuff. He's been impressive here today.
Good fastball, too, Bob. 93, 94. Really came out aggressive with that fastball to start the game.
No question. I think that's something that we challenge all our starting pitchers to do in this organization, is to come out and establish legitimacy of their fastball. Use it, command it, and get this opposing team swinging, where that begins to open doors to use secondary pitches. He's thrown his changeup really well today. He's thrown his slider well today. So now he's got options available to him, and he can create a level of unpredictability as he continues to navigate through this game.
Bob, you like to see your pitching prospects face a little bit of adversity in these games sometimes, see what they're all about. Couple of times here, second inning, fifth inning, you've had 2 on, nobody out. Talk about the job he did getting out of those jams.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, that's where you really begin to evaluate, a pitcher on the mound when he faces adversity, and he did a really nice job of managing those challenging game situations. We preach a lot about staying in the moment and making everything about not just possessing game awareness, but making everything about the next pitch and having a plan on your next pitch, and he really did a nice job there of exercising that.
Bob, you've done an excellent job with the staff this summer, and Owens promoted recently to Pawtucket. What have you seen in him? What is the biggest adjustment that he made?
Well, with Henry Owens, he's a 21-year-old kid, and there's a lot at 21 a young man doesn't know just because he hasn't experienced enough of the game. I will say something about Henry. Obviously, he set the bar really high when he came out and threw a game-shortened 6-inning no-hitter in Reading and followed up with 7 scoreless innings in Trenton. And he stumbled a little bit after that, and late April, early mid-May, and the one guy that didn't panic was Henry Owens. He has developed some really solid routines. He stayed true to his routines, and at the end of the day, he's the one that's benefiting from them. So he's he went on a nice roll for a long, long time. And so it's his ability to harness a delivery, which allows him to command the fastball, which he has improved on this year. You know, the curveball use has increased steadily throughout his time here in Portland before his recent call-up. So a lot of good things going on there.
By the way, Cesar Cabral, the new pitcher in for Trenton, and a double for Meneses to lead off this fifth inning.
Another starter, Brian Johnson, has looked very, very good as well.
Yes, I mean, Brian has got pitchability. His ability to go out there, work fast, pound the strike zone, change speeds, all the things you hope to see in a solid starting pitcher, he does.
Bob, you know, we showed the graphic before. Coming to this organization, Rodriguez was ranked 3rd among prospects by the Orioles. They've already got him ranked 10th in your system. Speaks to the depth of prospects you have in this organization, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think we've seen this over the last several years. The guys like Workman and Renato and Barnes and De La Rosa and Webster and Owens and Brian Johnson. I mean, those just to name a few. So it's really nice to have this type of talent. All these guys I mentioned have tremendous makeup, and they certainly do provide pitching depth. And you guys know you never have enough pitching, and we've allowed ourselves in this organization to have some real solid major league pitching depth.
Because of that depth, you know, you had a guy like Henry Owens here. We talk about Brian Johnson. There are guys who in a lot of organizations might have moved on already. Is part of the job of the coaching staff here to make sure these young players understand your time will come, but you can't get too antsy? There's talent ahead of you?
Well, you know, I talk about it all the time. In fact, I had this conversation with a young man yesterday about the carrot that dangles in front of you is not Pawtucket, it's Boston, it's the big leagues, and it's nice to move to the next level, and there's a sense of accomplishment attached to that, but it really is about pitching in the big leagues. And so we don't want their goals to be to pitch in Pawtucket. We understand that's the next step, or is most likely the next step, but we want these guys driven and motivated to pitch at the major league level, and with that, identifying areas of their game that are maybe deficient and having a plan to make them better, and then they have to go out and they have to execute that plan day in and day out.
You have a couple of relievers in your pen that have pitched very well. Noel Ramirez with 12 saves on the season, and Robbie Scott as well. Both have pitched pretty well for you.
They have. They've been very, very solid, very, very reliable. And I use a saying out of Forrest Gump. They're not like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They've been really reliable. They really have. They've stumbled from time to time, but they've always been able to regroup very, very quickly. And I think that speaks to their personality and their makeup, their character, and of course the work that they do day in and day out to put themselves in a position to be successful more often.
Talk a little about the job that Blake Swihart has done behind the plate and how much he has grown as a catcher who can handle a pitching staff.
He has done a wonderful job outside his obvious skill sets. We see his ability to catch a baseball, throw a baseball, block. His ability to swing a bat. This guy has become a real student of the game, and he has got the trust of our entire pitching staff. We talk a lot about playing the game out on the mound and of course playing the game behind the plate and trusting your eyes and trusting your instincts and pitching with a level of unpredictability with all our guys. And he has really gone out there time and time again and has really carried out a pretty fundamental game plan for success.
Well, we met with him before the game, and he really does have a good head on his shoulders, and he seems that he knows what his main focus is, and it's working with the pitching staff. He knows hitting is important, but his first most important job is being that receiver and having that relationship with pitchers.
No question about it. That position is invaluable. I think we all know that. And it's a pitcher-catcher tandem, and they essentially control the pace and tone of a baseball game. And there's something to be said about a pitcher having trust in a catcher. And that's something that a catcher earns. It's not a right. They earn it. And he's done a really nice job of earning that respect.
And Bob, I want to ask you as we roll on here, you know, for all the pitching talent you've had come through here, we talk about Swihart and Vasquez and even Dan Butler. You've had the catching talent to match that pitching, haven't you?
We have, and we've been blessed in that in that position in our organization over the last several years. They have guys like you just mentioned come up and be able to command that position behind the plate and be able to take control of the pitching staff.
Well, Bob, we appreciate the time. Great to see Rodriguez here. You know, a couple days ago we were getting fired up to see Henry Owens, but we'll take the organizational debut for Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
This is pretty good. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you. Yep. Bob Kipper, pitching coach of the Portland Sea Dogs, with us here. Nice long offensive inning for Bob to join us and relax a little bit, not have to watch his pitcher.
And you can get, you know, just talking with him, you know, if you're a young player, the amount of knowledge that he has and just knows, working with him day in and day out, picking his brain, that's what he gives to a young pitcher, and that's what it's all about at this stage. Yes, it is about winning, and winning, you know, is very important, but it is also about developing and learning how to throw that breaking pitch for a strike consistently, you know, working on that changeup, work on specifics that will help you get to the next level and eventually to the big leagues.
Now at the plate, Shannon Wilkerson trying to get something going here with a man on third and one out. Ryan Dent was able to advance the runner Manassas after that leadoff double. Here's the 2-2, fouled off by Wilkerson.
Wilkerson having a long at bat here, loses his bat. A little bit more pine tar possibly needed for that, but he gets his gloves ready as he gets ready to get back in the box. But Cabral here, leadoff double to Menendez, and then Dent, as you mentioned, moving the runner over to third base. And Wilkerson here having a long at bat, making Cabral work.
Cabral missed all of the 2012 season after having left elbow fracture surgery. Actually broke that left elbow. Not good for a left-handed pitcher.
Not good for any pitcher. Having to come back from that, it's not easy to do.
Pitched last year. This is Wilkerson. He'll drop that one into the right center field. Got thought about going for more, but he'll settle for the RBI single as Manassas will score and the Sea Dogs take a 2-1 lead.
Gets the job done, gets the single that scores the go-ahead run, and just looks like he kind of almost throws his bat at this pitch, down and away. Able to drop this into center field. Not hit hard, but placed perfectly as Portland takes a 2-1 lead.
And that'll bring up Mike Miller here with one out. Miller, his third plate appearance of the game. 2 walks so far. Walked in the first inning and then again in the third. As Cabral checked Wilkerson back to first. So Heredia lasting only 4 innings. I'm sure the Thunder will feel good about his return to the starting rotation.
He pitched very well. 6 strikeouts rather, through 4 innings.
There's a base hit down the right field side. Wilkerson rounding second. He'll get back. A good throw in from Austin in right field. And Sea Dogs got a little something going here in the 5th inning. 1 run in, 2 on, 1 out, and Blake Swihart stepping up to the plate.
Hot shot by Miller. Opposite field, fastball away. And he drives it that way. Back-to-back singles now by Wilkerson and Miller. Runners at first and second. With a 3-hole hitter, Swihart.
Now at 299, Swihart. High chopper to third. They'll get it over to second, only play there. Nice job by Fiorito. Had to wait that chopper out. Wilkerson will get to third base. Well, men on the corners here after the force.
Fiorito making the play to second base to get the force out. Not hit hard, but runners at the corners.
Discussion now as everybody converges on the mound. Tony Franklin, the manager, will come in. And that'll do it for Cabral. So pitching change here at Hadlock Field as the Sea Dogs have regained the lead. It's 2-1 in the 5th inning. We'll come back to Hadlock Field right after this.
In this box is what I need to control my diabetes, to stay healthy, and get on with my life. It comes from Liberty Medical. And now, it's not only where I get my diabetes testing supplies, but it's where I get my prescription drugs as well. See, if you're on Medicare, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies, as well as your prescription drugs, may be covered. Liberty takes care of all the paperwork with Medicare and sends the prescription forms directly to your doctor for approval. Then on your schedule, packs up this box and sends it right to your door with no charge for shipping.
Liberty assures you have what you need to manage your diabetes, and that starts with a free meter. Call today and get a free meter. Plus, when you join, you'll also get a free cookbook.
Call Liberty. They can help you live a better life.
Call 1-800-813-5015. 1-800-813-5015.
Hadlock Field here in Portland, Maine on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, first weekend of August, and Saturday, August 16th, is Star Wars night at Hadlock Field. Players will be wearing specially designed Chewbacca jerseys that'll be auctioned off to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Maine. Fans are encouraged to dress as their favorite Star Wars character, Ken. Meet characters from the movie and a whole lot more. The night is topped off with a great post-game fireworks show. Complete details and ticket information available at seadogs.com.
Now, TC, who would you dress as?
I would come as, that's a good question. It'd probably be, I don't know if I could cram into like an R2-D2 thing, but maybe Han Solo. You got to go with Han Solo,
there
right?
You go. Right,
He's
absolutely.
The man. Dashing guy like me. I get the hair going now, you know, so that's good. All right, men on the corners now. Danny Barawa, third pitcher of the game for the Trenton Thunder. He'll face the Sea Dogs cleanup hitter Sean Coyle, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored on the day. Barawa began the season with AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, was sent down to Trenton last week. Appeared in 30 games, leading Scranton Wilkes-Barre, but a 6.35 earned run average was the story there. He had pitched very well in his first 10 appearances with Scranton. A whip of under 1, 0.95 walks and hits per innings pitched, but totally different story over the last 20 appearances in AAA. 2.32 was the whip. And his ERA ballooned up over 10. Had a great AA season with Trenton last year. Just missing there. 2-1 will be the count. See Coyle's numbers with runners in scoring position. He has been a clutch hitter for these Sea Dogs in this first year of AA play. Swing and a miss there. So Barawa 2-2.
Now behind the count, 2-1. Breaking ball from Barawa to even the count at 2-2.
Barawa out of Rocky Point, New York, and St. John's University, threw 2 no-hitters in high school at Rocky Point High. Swing and a miss there. So he'll get Coyle to end the inning. But the Sea Dogs reclaim the lead on the RBI single for Shannon Wilkerson. They'll take a 2-1 lead into the 6th.
Click ChooseNissan.com for every new Nissan. Click ChooseNissan.com for every local offer. Click ChooseNissan.com for every local dealer. Click ChooseNissan.com today.
Hey, what are you doing today?
I'm backing up the computer. Photos, work files, you name it.
Lovely. See you in a few hours. Did you get everything backed up?
Took care of it.
For just $59.99 a year, Carbonite backs up your irreplaceable files automatically, so you don't have to. Try it for free at Carbonite.com.
Attention men who have taken Androgel and other testosterone therapy products. Androgel and other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, death, and other serious cardiac events. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered heart attack, stroke, blood clotting, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event,
call Parliament Law Firm at 1-800-715-7964 for a free legal consultation.
Click ChooseNissan.com for every new Nissan. Click ChooseNissan.com for every local offer. Click ChooseNissan.com for every local dealer. Click ChooseNissan.com today.
Welcome back to Hadlock Field, top of the sixth here as Eduardo Rodriguez is back out for the sixth inning. An impressive performance so far in his organizational debut.
He has had to pitch it out of some trouble. Second inning, he's able to get Castillo to fly out to end a threat with runners at first to third. And then in the fifth inning, pitcher's best friend, double play ball. And then he's able to strike out Blazer to end the inning. So for Rodriguez, hasn't been all that easy, but he's worked through some trouble, and on the whole, pretty good afternoon.
And again, you heard Bob Kipper say it as he gets strike one on Greg Bird here to lead off the sixth. You know, organizations don't mind seeing their pitchers get in a little bit of trouble in a game, see how they handle getting out of it. That's quite often the true test of a pitcher. Foul ball here on the third base side. A good effort by Miller, but he can't quite reach into the crowd to get it. But you like to see a young pitcher like that coming into a game like this. You know, no doubt some jitters. You're trying to impress a new organization. You get a couple of guys on, nobody out, and the 21-year-old able to get out of it each time.
He came into the game, the first couple batters of the game really came out firing. All fastballs, 93, 94, 95. Then that second inning, there was a base hit, then a walk, and he had to really settle down and start to pitch. And since then, he's really done a tremendous job. You see 87 pitches as we start the sixth inning.
Swing and a miss, strike three. So he'll get Bird here. That is the seventh strikeout of the game for Eduardo Rodriguez.
This one on the breaking ball. And nice movement and locating that slider right on the outer half of the plate. Swihart locating it.
And that'll be the last pitch of the game for Rodriguez. It'll be number 19, Diane Diaz coming in. But a nice ovation here at Hadlock Field as Eduardo Rodriguez goes 5 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts in his first appearance in the Red Sox organization. Sea Dogs holding on to a 2-1 lead. Will come back to Hadlock Field right after this.
I'd like to show you the most versatile bag on the market today, the Soft Super Cooler.
It's a waterproof lined bag with super insulation.
Pop the water seal like that, put your clothes in it, go on vacation, unpack. Now you have a cooler, a day bag. Into the bag, they pop open like this. Heavy-duty YKK zippers never rust or bind. The same zippers they have in wetsuits. They'll never rust on you. This opens up here, mesh pocket there. Plates, knives, forks, tackle boxes, anything you want to put in here for storage, even a beach blanket.
You can even crush it down for easy storage.
Drop the whole bag in the water, it floats.
The whole liner pulls out for easy cleaning.
The money I save in ice is amazing.
Call 1-800-905-1092 and get the Soft Super Cooler and Deluxe Shoulder Strap for just $69.95 plus processing and handling. You'll also get the incredible reusable Techni-Ice free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Ask about the larger Deluxe Soft Super Cooler and optional hand cart. Order now.
The Soft Super Cooler, the most versatile bag in the world.
All right, take a look at the former Sea Dogs on the current Red Sox roster. It might have been easier to say which ones didn't make the Red Sox roster this season, but it really has been an incredible pipeline of talent up through the organization. Betts, Bogarts, Bradley, Obviously, go back a little ways with Buckholz, Butler getting his first call-up yesterday. Middlebrooks, Nava, Pedroia was here back in 2005. More recently, Tazawa, Vasquez, Wilson, and Workman. And actually, you can change out Wilson, just sent back to Pawtucket. Stephen Wright recalled. He was here as well. So, you know, it's one thing to have all these prospects, but they're getting meaningful opportunities to help the Major League club.
Well, and it's part of the trip. This is where you got to go and prove yourself at the AA level. Most players sign, they go to A-ball, they succeed there, and then this is where you prove yourself. This is the make it and move on, or maybe not. But AA is definitely the testing ground for Major League Baseball.
Then we got a new pitcher here for the Sea Dogs, Dian Diaz.
And Diaz making his 5th appearance for Portland. 1-0 on the season, 1.29 ERA.
Just outside there, 2-0 the count. Diaz, right-handed pitcher, 5'10", 190 pounds, out of Colombia. Is a free agent, signing International League free agent.
Nice job by Rodriguez, as you mentioned, 5 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts.
Started last season with the Arizona League Cubs, went up to High A Daytona, then Double A Tennessee. Signed by the Red Sox as minor league free agent. After that year in the Cubs organization, originally signed as an international free agent by the Houston Astros. Joined the Sea Dogs July 18th from High A Salem. 2-2 count here on Tyler Austin. Outside, so the count will be full now. 5 1/3 innings for Eduardo Rodriguez. Just 2 hits and 1 run. The solo homer for Dan Fiorito rather. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 88 pitches. And no doubt feels pretty good about his first performance for the Sea Dogs.
It has a smile on his face, and he should. New organization, and right off the bat having a good outing.
Ground ball here. Manassas across the diamond to Chester in time for the second out of the inning.
Manassas having to back up just a step, but able to make the play. Ball hit hard, short hop, but he takes it back a step, and the strong arm for Manassas to retire Austin for the second out of the inning.
There's Mason Williams. 2 down, nobody on in the 6th inning. First pitch swinging, he fouls it up. Mason Williams last season hit a combined .245 with 4 homers between single A and double A. 1 for 2 today, and a base hit to lead off the 2nd inning, and got as far as 3rd base, but was stranded there as Rodriguez pitched out of the jam. There's the man who hit the home run, Fiorito. Tied the game up at 1 in the 4th inning, but the Sea Dogs answered back in the bottom of the 5th. Diaz missing outside there.
Yeah, that glove popping, PC, 95. Last couple fastballs, so Diaz a terrific arm. Good fastball, good run on that fastball.
Outside there. Coming into the season, Williams was rated the number 3 prospect in the Yankees organization, according to Baseball America. Was the fastest base runner, best athlete, and best defensive outfielder. 4th-round draft pick in 2010 out of West Orange High School. Called third strike on the outside corner, and Williams knew it. So Diaz comes in and gets final 2 out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning combined for Rodriguez and Diaz. We head to the bottom of the 6th, a 2-1 Sea Dogs lead.
Be sure to come out to McCoy Stadium this season and get your first look at the next generation of Red Sox stars. Tickets only $5 to $12, and the memories priceless.
We feel it's important to develop a player in a winning environment.
We're proud of those guys. We love it when Pawtucket's doing well.
They're grooming you to be a big leaguer. You look around and the fans can say, hey, I saw him play in Pawtucket. I think it just makes it that much more special.
Paw Sox Baseball, where champions rise. Proud to be the AAA affiliate of the world champion Boston Red Sox. For tickets, visit pawsox.com.
I am the trusty co-pilot, the translator who interprets the road. I am the permission to take the scenic route and the guide that gets you there safely. I'm not just any tire. I am a Yokohama.
During the summer joyride, buy 4 select Yokohama tires and get a $60 Visa prepaid card. Offer valid through August 31st. See participating dealers for details or visit yokohamatire.com.
Hi, this is my dad, and he's an advertising executive. Hi, this is my mom, and she's an algebra teacher.
What would your child say if you never received your degree? Kickstart your career by getting more information about college degrees at Degree Solutions. And did you know that college graduates can make more than those with just a high school diploma?
I'm really proud of you, Mom.
Log on now to showmethedegree.com. That's showmethedegree.com.
Be here at Hadlock Field Tuesday, August 12th. The first 1,000 fans to enter the ballpark receive a Daniel Nava bobblehead doll courtesy of Northeast Delta Dental. Tickets available at seadogs.com and by calling the Sea Dogs ticket office at 207-879-9500. 2-1, Sea Dogs leading as we come to the bottom of the 6th. Nice 1-2-3 inning as Rodriguez finished up his day, and Dian Diaz got the 2 batters he faced out. Now leading off the bottom of the 6th is David Chester. Chester 0 for 2 on the day, struck out both times he's been up. Danny Barawa back out there after getting Sean Coyle with men on the corners to finish the 5th inning. Barawa looking in here with a 1-1 count. Misses outside. Chester has hit safely in 5 of the last 6 games. Swing and a miss there, 2-2 the count. The 2-2 to Chester. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so Barawa
picking up the strikeout with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the radar gun here in the stadium. His second strikeout of the day.
Barawa has struck out the 2 batters he has faced, and now Corey De La Cruz, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, will try to end that run for Barawa.
De La Cruz has really looked good at the plate. 1 ball driving it to right field. His second at bat, a double off the left center field, 1 hop to center field wall. Using the whole field today.
Looking to go opposite field there as he fouls it off. I told you De La Cruz Was on the DL for a stretch back in early July. And prior to that, had been picking up his power numbers. Last season was a Carolina League midseason and postseason All-Star. Finished second in the league with 89 RBI. Strike called on the outside corner, so it's 2-2. Burawa inside on De La Cruz, but he fouls it off. Truck pointing out that I'm enjoying saying the name of the pitcher, Burawa, and I am. You should try, Ken. Go ahead.
Burawa.
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 There you go. Kind of sounds like Chewbacca. We were talking about.
It has that aka at the end.
Wawa. 12th round pick in 2010. Fouled off by De La Cruz. He stays alive. Gorgeous August afternoon here at Hadlock Field in Portland, Maine. The Portland Sea Dogs leading the Trenton Thunder 2-1. The Red Sox AA affiliate leading the AA Yankees affiliate. Tom Karen, Ken Ryan. Collection of the greatest minds in television in our production truck, bringing you the action from Portland. Swing and a miss. He took the bat right out of his hand, literally and figuratively. So Burawa with 3 strikeouts, and there are 2 down here in the 6th.
3 in a row. It was a nasty breaking ball. We saw the fastball at 96-97, but this time he picks up a strikeout on the slider. And De La Cruz is losing the handle, and that ball going flying. We've seen that a few times today. A couple bats being thrown around the field or in the stands.
That one runs in on Jonathan Roof, and it hit him. So Roof, first base runner allowed by Burawa.
Let's see where it gets Roof. Fastball. And he like off the left hand possibly. He trots down to first base.
One on, 2 down, and strike 1 call to Hiker Manessis. Burawa missed the 2012 season with a torn oblique and a cracked rib. Finally made his AA debut last season. Sits comfortably in the mid-90s most nights, and as you said, saw him dial it up to 97 to get the strikeout of Chester to begin this inning. Control has been a problem, though, over the years. And you saw it there as he hit Roof with 2 down.
And it's, it's the same thing. You go up to the next level, and you have some trouble throwing strikes. As a pitcher, you got to work ahead in the zone. You look at Rodriguez, for instance. Rodriguez, starting pitcher for Portland this afternoon. 17 out of 21 first pitch strikes, and that really set the tone for him. And as a relief pitcher, you're coming in, you got to throw strikes. Throw hard, got to work ahead.
Popped up fly ball actually to right field. Now drifting over to make the catch is Austin to end the inning. So Burawa hits Roof, but he's stranded at first. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and we head to the 7th with Portland leading 2-1.
To those who still find the taste of 5-Hour Energy a little strong, don't miss the 5-Hour Energy $100,000 Yummification Contest. Mix 5-Hour Energy with your favorite beverage. Yummification. Name it. Shoot it. Send us the video. Yummification. You could win a share of $100,000.
For rules and requirements, go to 5houryummification.com.
the 5-Hour Energy Yummification Contest.
It's delicious.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
And they don't. They snore like a freight train, and the snoring stops here. Theravent Advanced Nightly Snore Therapy is clinically proven to reduce snoring by 76%. Theravent's patented microvalve technology harnesses the power of your own breathing to target and treat snoring. Exclusive offers available at snoringstopshere.com or call 1-800-563-0735. Now available at Amazon and directhomemedical.com.
All right, back here in Portland, a 2-1 lead for the Sea Dogs. We've been talking a lot about Blake Swihart today, the catching prospect, doing such a great job. They added some 20 pounds to his frame in the offseason, and they said he could add a little more, but he's learning about that weight and maintaining it as a catcher throughout a pro season.
They just worked with me on what I wanted to do. You know, I went in telling them what I wanted to do, what weight I wanted to gain. I wanted to gain good weight, not bad weight, and good for a baseball player. And, you know, they worked with me, and I gained about, I think it was like 19 or 20 pounds this offseason, and so far it's been helping me through this season.
You know, and that maintaining is an important part. As a catcher, you know, you're in there with the equipment. He's playing 81 games now he's caught for the Sea Dogs. It takes its toll over the course of a long season on catchers.
And it's dieting, it's getting your rest and doing the things that you need to do to get through a long season. 142 minor league season, 162 at the big league level, and you learn here that, you know, every day's a grind. There's not a lot of days off. When you do get one, you enjoy it. A lot of travel. And it all starts in the off season. Getting a good place to work out, getting a good program, and he's done an excellent job getting himself ready, and it has shown. He's putting together an excellent season here in Portland.
Here's Dan Fiorito, his home run, the lone run of the game for the Thunder. He's 2 for 3 now with a base hit to lead off the 7th inning for Trenton. Take a look at that home run back in the 4th inning, the only run allowed by Eduardo Rodriguez this afternoon. He's getting ahead of that one and lifting it up into the main monster netting here at Hadlock Field.
He enjoys his second hit of the ball game. That one, another ball hit hard off his bat, this time opposite way. Leadoff base runner on here for Trenton.
And that'll bring up Francisco Arcia, 0 for 2. Hitting .338 with Trenton here. Hit 30 games up with Scranton and then hit safely in his first 17 games played with the Thunder. One for 6. Making now 1 for 8 in this series with the Sea Dogs. Thunder looking for their first sweep of the year. Instead, potential double play ball. They'll get the out at second base. Said it was on the transfer from Coyle as Meneses got it over to Coyle. Coyle trying to get out of the way of Fiorito, transferring the ball to the throw, lost the handle of it. So a force play will get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, ball not hit very hard, and a good job by Fiorito going in hard into second base. Coyle unable to make the transfer, but they do get the lead runner. Go one away here.
One away and one on, and that'll bring in Tucson. Jose Tucson, first pitch swinging, fouls it up the third base line. Top of the 7th here at Hadlock Field. Sea Dogs have twice had a 1-run lead. It was 1-0 And then 2-1 now. Into the 7th, the Thunder. They're going to tie this game up. 1 down in the 7th. Strike call on the outside corner.
Yeah, good fastball down low at the knees. That's where you want to live.
Clocked at 95 miles an hour for Diaz. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Diaz. And second out of the inning here in the 7th.
This time Diaz picking up the strikeout on the slider, down and away, in the dirt with 2 strikes. And when you got a catcher like Swihart back there, who's an excellent defensive catcher, you can afford to make that pitch down there and know it's going to be received.
2 down now for Ali Castillo. Castillo reached on an error, throwing error to David Chester back in the 5th inning. Slide out to left field in his first at-bat. Castillo's 9-game hitting streak in jeopardy. Castillo quickly ahead 2-0. A chopper to short. Meneses is there. Come across the diamond, but the throw pulls Chester off the bag. And everybody's safe. Not sure they would have beaten Castillo at first base anyway. He was up that line pretty good.
Well, Meneses knew he had a hurry. With Castillo, he's got good speed. This ball takes a high hop, and he has to get rid of it very quickly. It would have been a bang-bang play at first base. See the high hop, and then Meneses trying to get rid of the ball quickly, and that pulls Chester off the bag. So runners now at first and second, and that'll bring up the top of the order here for the Thunder.
And they do call that a throwing error on Meneses, the 3rd error of the game for the Sea Dogs. Also means that Castillo didn't extend his hitting streak. Top of the order, Jack Cave coming up 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and hit into a double play in the 5th inning. Cave fouls it off, so Diaz quickly ahead 0-2.
And going right after him with that fastball. Cave late on that swing. Let's see what Diaz does here. Does he stick with the heat? To get out of this jam with runners at first and second.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, strike 3. Diaz strands 2 and gets out of the inning. The Sea Dogs head to the bottom of the 7th with a 2-1 lead.
These are my demands.
When I call for an auto insurance quote, I want to talk to a live, intelligent, caring human being.
Who will give me their total attention.
I'm not a car insurance expert.
I need some help figuring out what's really best for me.
If that's what you're looking for, you should call Amica right now. We live and breathe great service.
Sure, I want a good price, but that's not enough.
We agree.
It's like they can read our minds.
Discounts would also be nice.
Look at how many ways Amica can help you save, for combining auto, home, and life insurance, for anti-theft and safety features, and more.
You can even get a discount if you've been with your previous company for a while.
I want a company that'll take the time to understand what I really need.
You have to call Amica. Can they hear us?
Turn up your volume.
I don't expect a lot. Okay, maybe I do expect a lot.
We wouldn't have it any other way, so switch to Amica now.
The number's been here the whole time.
Call Amica for a quote.
24/7.
Well, I talked about developing young players in a winning environment. Lots of that going on in the Boston Red Sox organization. The Paw Sox holding on to a wild card spot right now, second in the International League North. We told you about the Sea Dogs leading the Eastern League Eastern Division. Salem in fourth, Greenville in seventh, Lowell third, the Gulf Coast League team in second in the division, and the Dominican League, the rookie Dominican Summer League team is leading its division. So you got a lot of prospects. You've also got a lot of teams doing well.
And I got to give a lot of credit to the scouting department, the minor league coordinators who build that winning atmosphere, and the coaches and managers throughout the system that are doing their job. A lot of promise here in the Red Sox minor league farm system. From the Dominican League all the way up to AAA, building that winning atmosphere. As we talked about here in Portland, just really came out of the gate very strong. Outstanding pitching, offense. They continue.
Happy to say Danny Burawa is back in the game. Not happy here is Ryan Dent, the second batter hit by Burawa. We talked about the control problems he's had at times. And that's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball coming in on the hands of Ryan Dent.
No way Dent can get out of the way of this one. This is just right up and on. It looked like you hit him on the right forearm. Let's see where it... yeah, when it's coming in at 95, 96, that's no fun. They're trying to dig in there, and he travels 90 feet to first base.
Tony Franklin out having a word. I don't know if he's questioning whether or not it hit him, but you could hear the...
no doubt about that, yeah.
You can always hear that second, you know, if you listen to it, you hear it hit something, then the bat, right? That's a pretty telltale sign that that other thing was you.
And you look at Dent's reaction. I mean, right off the bat, there's no doubt it got part of him.
That'll bring up Shannon Wilkerson with a man on, nobody out here in the seventh inning. Wilkerson 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the fifth inning. That's how the Sea Dogs have taken this 2-1 lead.
Well, an opportunity here with the top of the order coming up. The 9-hitter on base. As we get a little bit later into this ball game, they only get a 1-run lead. Try to manufacture another run here.
Got action in the bullpen. Noe Ramirez is up. That one's thrown away as they try to check Dent back to first. Dent rounding second. He'll try to go all the way to third. The throw not in time. Aggressive base running by Ryan Dent leads to the throw, and then a little more aggressive base running for Dent gets him all the way to third.
Well, hustling all the way is Ryan Dent. The throw getting away from Bird. And you see Dent hustling, looking, he gets the call, keep coming. And I thought at this point he didn't have a chance, but the throw just off the mark just a bit. And Dent into third base with nobody out. And as I mentioned, the top of the order now up here for Portland.
Now Wilkerson looking to add a little insurance here. 1-run lead, bottom of the 7th. Gave the Sox a 1-run lead in that 5th inning with the RBI single. Now a chance for a 2-run lead as he's got to get out of the way of a pitch from Burawa. Wilkerson, one of those rare Division II players who is making a move up the minor league ranks. 2009 D2 Player of the Year out of Augusta State University. That's in Georgia, not the capital of the state we're in right now, Augusta, Maine, up the road. Led the Peach Belt Conference with a .441 batting average and 24 home runs in his junior year. Line drive to left field, tagging is Dent, but he'll wisely get back. A terrific throw from Jake Cave in left field. That one just hit a little too hard by Wilkerson.
Now Wilkerson couldn't have hit it any better. He squares this one up, and it's a bullet to Cave in left field, and Dent faking the attempt home, and a great throw also by Cave. Dent would have been dead at the plate.
Now it'll be Mike Miller.
Miller's been on base 3 times today. Couple walks, base hit back in the 5th inning.
Miller moving up from high A Salem a couple of days ago. Hit .307 in 49 games. The Salem Red Sox. Outside there, so 2-0 the count.
Nice job by Arcia, having to go to his right to hold on to that one. That one gets by Arcia. That's another run for the Sea Dogs. See Arcia having to go to his right and scoop that. Quick trip to the mound. Settle his pitcher down a little bit.
Burawa came in to get the final out of the 5th inning. Struck out the first 3 batters he has faced. But the hit batter to lead off the 7th, and then the throwing error on the pickoff attempt, putting Dent at 3rd with nobody out. Wilkerson with a line drive to left, unable to advance the runner. Now Mike Miller at the plate with 1 down and a man on 3rd.
Infield in here for Trenton. Everybody in on the grass.
Miller trying to drive it the other way. It's foul up by the Expo. Home of the Red Claws, the NBA D-League team. Plays right here. Take a look at the Expo. That's also where the visitors clubhouse is. Also where our Nesson production crew is, with the foul balls just assaulting them in the parking lot there. This one might be right on top of that truck as it comes down. Heard our producer, Brian Zaccello, tried to lunge out and make a diving catch behind the truck. Chopper up the middle, base hit. Mike Miller gives the Sea Dogs a 2-run lead with a 1-out RBI single here in the 7th.
Wow, he really grinded in this at bat, had to foul off a lot of pitches, and 1 and 2, and then he finally gets a pitch that he can hit, and he gets it up the middle with the infield in, gets the RBI single. Nice at bat right there by Mike Miller. 2nd hit of the day, and another needed run here for Portland.
And here's Blake Swihart. Swihart reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th inning. That was the last pitch thrown by Jairo Heredia, the starter today. Actually, beg your pardon, that was Cesar Cabral. end of his relief appearance. Cabral on the hook right now as he gave up that go-ahead run in the 5th. Now a little bit of insurance here in the 7th for the Sea Dogs. And a 2-0 count to Swihart. Swihart fouls it off, so 2-1 the count. Swihart was a first-round pick in the 2011 draft out of high school in New Mexico, but it was a compensation pick for the loss of Adrian Beltre. Again, we talk about using those compensation picks when you lose a free agent. Swihart, dead center field. It is up and off the wall. Rounding third, heading for home is Miller. The throw off the mark, he's safe. And an RBI double for Blake Swihart as the Sea Dogs take a 4-1 lead.
Well, he had a great swing on the 2-0. Little late, but he was not late on the 2-1. Out over the plate, and he did not miss it. Just a rocket off the bat of Swihart. One hopping the center field fence. And Miller hustling around third, and the play at the plate, not in time. Nice slide by Miller, as you see. He just gets the edge of the plate on his slide. And another run in here for Portland. Swihart on to third base on the throw to the home.
And the 55th RBI of the season for Swihart, and the end of the day for Danny Barawa, as the Sea Dogs have opened it up a bit with 2 runs here in the 7th and a 4-1 lead. We'll come back to Hadlock Field right after this.
Thank you, America, for making Mighty Bite one of the best-selling lures on the market today. In only 2 short years, we've sold over 3 million pieces. What makes Mighty Bite the most revolutionary lure on the market today? It's our features, our bite mark, our insertable scent stick, our interchangeable swimming fins that make Mighty Bite look alive. All these features combine to give Mighty Bite its unique wounded action.
And now the complete Mighty Bite fishing kit is yours for only $19.95. You get 10 Mighty Bites in time-tested colors and sizes with all of the hooks and hardware you need to land the lunkers. But wait, call now and get the Mighty Bite Big Bass Bonus Kit. It's a $20 value, but it's yours free, plus processing and handling.
Mighty Bite Hand 5.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Catch them all for 90 days, a full fishing season. And if Mighty Bite's not the best you've ever fished, return it for a full refund, but keep the Big Bass Bonus Kit as our free gift. Don't let this one get away. Reel in the Mighty Bite now. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-881-1646.
We are back here at Hadlock Field, and the Portland Sea Dogs have a 4-1 lead. Tonight at 10, join Jamison Coyle and Jamie Erdahl for NESN Sports Today. They'll update you on the final game of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and Yankees at Fenway, plus complete coverage of Patriots training camp. It's all tonight at 10 on NESN. Now they are happy here at Hadlock Field as the Sea Dogs never trailed in this one, and taking a 4-1 lead here in the 7th, chasing Danny Barawa and bringing in Mark Montgomery.
Montgomery making his 8th appearance of the season, has yet to give up an earned run here for the Thunder. 9 1/3 innings. 6 hits, 8 strikeouts. Takes over for Barawa with a runner at third base and only 1 away.
Was a closer at Longwood University, drafted out of Longwood in 2011. Went 1-0 with 10 saves and a 0.89 ERA as a junior, a new single season ERA record, and also the most saves in a single season in the history of that school. Last year, 25 relief appearances at AAA. Combined with some time in the Gulf Coast League on a rehab, was 2-3 with a 3.38 ERA. Is the number 11 prospect in the organization, according to Baseball America, coming into the season. So on the DL from mid-June till early July, to 22 games with AAA, and then assigned to Trenton coming off the DL. Inside, 2-1. Here's the 1-2, just missing inside.
Montgomery turning that ball over, almost looks like a screwball coming out of his hand.
Popped up Coyle here, first base side. Bird is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning, so Sean Coyle 1 for 4 on the day. David Chester will be up. 2 outs, and Swihart still at third base.
And Chester coming to the plate, having a tough day. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but base hit here. Make things a little bit better for himself.
Ground ball to short. Castillo bobbles, still in time to get it across the diamond and get Chester to end the inning. But the Sea Dogs, with a couple of hits and a couple of runs, have a 4-1 lead now heading to the 8th at Hadlock Field.
This is the age of knowing what you're made of. Why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. Ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor. If your doctor decides Viagra is right for you, you can fill your prescription at your pharmacy or check out Viagra Home Delivery, a convenient place to fill your prescription online and have it shipped at no additional cost straight to your door. Viagra Home Delivery. Get started at Viagra.com.
When I think of JB Sash, I think of customer service and I think of product knowledge, and I wouldn't think about going to any other window company.
I love Marvin Windows and Doors, and we really recommend them to our clients in all our projects.
I think customers choose JB Sash for their Marvin window and door products because we make it easy for them.
Marvin Windows and Doors are the quality product that we love to recommend. Homeowners love it, architects love it, and we love it. JB Sash and Door, home of the window boys.
Bergeron scores! Wow! What a shift! Bergeron is going nose to nose. Bergeron, he scores! The magic continues.
Back here at Hadlock Field, the Sea Dogs leading as we head to the 8th, planning a group outing, birthday party, or just want to enjoy a night out. Come to Hadlock Field for exciting AA baseball. The Sea Dogs have 14 more home games this season. Go to seadogs.com for ticket information. New pitcher on the mound for the Sea Dogs here in the 8th inning. It'll be Noe Ramirez coming in for Diane Diaz.
Ramirez having a fine season. Elected to the All-Star game as well. Stefan Welch now at first base, but for Ramirez, 2-0 on the season, 1.79 ERA, 12 saves, 12 save opportunities, 55 in the 3rd innings, 43 hits, walked 13 and has struck out 45, and opponents are hitting .215 off of Ramirez. Talked to Bob Kipper earlier, and he really talked about his bullpen really being effective. This is one of the reasons why Ramirez, along with Robbie Scott, really done a terrific job coming out of the Portland bullpen.
Ramirez, 4th-round pick in 2011. Chopper to short. Meneses across the diamond, and Welch there to make the catch. First action for Welch in this game, and a first out of the 8th inning for Ramirez.
Long throw by Meneses, and nice play at first base. See Meneses' arm. He's got a strong arm there. Not afraid to step back and unload it.
Now Ramirez will face Greg Bird. Bird 0 for 3, still looking for his first hit at Double-A after the promotion prior to yesterday's game. And quickly Ramirez ahead 0-2. Ramirez drafted out of Cal State Fullerton, an all Big West first team selection as a junior. Attended high school in California, Alhambra High School, which is the same school as the legendary Met player broadcaster Ralph Kiner. Not sure if they had Kiner's Corner in Alhambra High School. Certainly had it in New York for a good long time. Last season was Ramirez's first full year as a reliever at a 2.38 ERA between High A Salem and the Sea Dogs.
Ramirez has almost like a 3/4 delivery, keeps the ball low, gets a lot of ground balls. Nice tight breaking ball.
Just misses there, 2-2.
On that pitch, he looked like he even dropped down a little bit more, try to get a little bit more of a rise on it.
6'3", 180-pound, 24-year-old out of Los Angeles. A little deception in that delivery when he comes down. Comes across inside, so Bird works the count full. Named to the Eastern League All-Star team, Ramirez did not participate in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so Bird goes down, and there are 2 down for Ramirez here in the 8th.
Ramirez on the breaking ball, picking up the strikeout. He takes a little bit off of this slider. Let's take a look at the Ramirez delivery, almost like a 3/4 delivery with good movement, especially on the fastball, and that slider has been a big pitch for him all season.
Used it to get the strikeout there. Now facing Tyler Austin. And he gets ahead of him, strike 1.
Yeah, that fastball, just a power sinker right there. That ball coming in and just exploding down and away. A lot of movement on that fastball from Noe Ramirez.
Missing inside. James Pazos up for the Thunder here in the 8th. Just missed there, and Ramirez, after throwing back-to-back curveballs, a little walk around the mound to gather his thoughts here. Count 2-1 to Austin. Fly ball left field, up and off the wall. Dental play it there and a stand-up double with 2 down here in the 8th for Tyler Austin.
Tyler Austin, number 4 hitter in this lineup today, waiting on a 2-1 fastball, and he gets one out over the plate, elevated a little bit by Noe Ramirez, and Austin coming through with those hands. Right off the scoreboard in left field. Only the 4th hit given up by Portland pitching today.
Boy, talk about how strong that bullpen has been. 290 strikeouts now recorded by the Sea Dogs bullpen over the course of the season. A lot of hard throwing relievers coming out of that pen for the Sea Dogs.
We saw Diaz, and he looked very good. An inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, but 95 consistently from Diaz. And then you bring in Ramirez, who doesn't throw quite as hard, but has a lot of movement on that fastball and that That pitch sinking away from lefties and a little bit different look.
Mason Williams, 1 for 3 in the afternoon. 2 years ago, career high 11 home runs for Williams. Ball 2 there. Ground ball to third, played there by Miller. Hill sent it across the diamond for the final out of the inning. So Noe Ramirez able to work around a 2-out double from Tyler Austin, and the Sea Dogs with a 4-1 lead coming to bat at the bottom of the 8th.
If you had $1 for every dollar car insurance companies say they'll save you by switching, you'd have like a ton of dollars. But how are they saving you those dollars? A lot of companies might answer or no comment. Then there's Esurance, born online, raised by technology, and majors in efficiency. So whatever they save, you save. Hassle, time, paperwork, hair tearing out, and yes, especially dollars. Esurance, insurance for the modern world. Now backed by Allstate. Click or call.
I just moved out here from Philly, but I couldn't get all my Eagles games, so I got NFL Sunday Ticket. You can watch your favorite team no matter where you live. Now, I get my Eagles, but I still have to go back home to get my cheesesteak.
Become the world's most powerful fan. Get NFL Sunday Ticket with every game, every Sunday.
Stop paying expensive repair bills now. When you own a car, SUV, or truck, sooner or later it will break down. Just one transmission job could cost over $3,000. A new engine could cost over $4,000. If you own a 2002 vehicle or newer with less than 125,000 miles, a vehicle service contract from CarTection.com could save you thousands of dollars. Call for a no-obligation, risk-free quote now. 800-501-8837. 800-501-8837.
All right, another sellout crowd here at Hadlock Field, and on Sunday, August 31st, the Sea Dogs' annual Field of Dreams Fan Appreciation Day will happen. Don't miss this special day as the team emerges from a cornfield wearing replica 1926 Portland Eskimo uniforms, and they go up into the stands to personally thank fans for their support. Tickets available at SeaDogs.com or by calling the Sea Dogs ticket office at 879-9500. I didn't say the 207 area code because you're in Maine. You're supposed to know that. Mark Montgomery coming back out for the 8th inning here.
Montgomery will face the De La Cruz, Roof, and Meneses here in the 8th.
De La Cruz, big day at the plate with a couple of doubles. Struck out his last at-bat in the 6th inning. Now facing Montgomery for the first time today. Sea Dogs looking to snap their 3-game losing streak. Still a 3-game lead in the Eastern League's Eastern Division. Check swing foul. Day off tomorrow for the Sea Dogs. Then they hit the road beginning Tuesday in Bowie. Fly ball right field, back there to make the catch just shy of the warning tracks, Jonathan Roof. Or beg your pardon, that's the Austin making the catch for the first out of the inning. 4-1, Sea Dogs leading. Eduardo Rodriguez making his organizational debut and pitching into the 6th inning. 2 hits, 1 run allowed. He struck out 7 and looked awfully good. De La Cruz with a couple of doubles. Blake Swihart with an RBI double. Part of a 2-run 7th inning that gave the Sea Dogs a little bit of breathing room. And here, Jonathan Roof at the plate, looking for his first hit of the game, though he did get the first RBI of the game on a ground ball out back in the 2nd inning. A little chopper that he thought was foul, but he'll gladly take the RBI.
That made it 1-0 at that point early in the game. But last inning, Portland able to put 2 runs on the board and give the ball to their closer.
Fouls that one off over by the Portland Expo. Staying alive on an 0-2 count. Pitch for Montgomery just outside. Over the last 7 games, Thunder pitching an ERA as a team of under 1. So the Sea Dogs finally able to break through on that. And here, Jonathan Roof get his first hit of the day, a stand-up double with 1 out here in the 8th.
Roof driving this one into left field for his 8th double of the season. Fastball, inner half. And he just comes real quick with those hands through the zone. Right down the left field line, and a 1-out double here for the Sea Dogs. Ninth hit on the day for Portland.
Yeah, out hitting the Thunder 9-3, and Hiker Meneses hoping to add to that. He led the 5th inning off with a double, later scored on a Shannon Wilkerson RBI single. Meneses 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Face call, strike, 0-2 the count. Montgomery looks in, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Meneses on 3 pitches for the 2nd out of the inning.
3 in a row, 3 breaking pitches in a row to Meneses to pick up the strikeout. And the screwball from Montgomery for the 2nd out of the inning, and it'll be up to Dent to drive that runner in with 2 away.
Ryan Dent 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning, later scored on the Mike Miller single. Made it 3-1, and Miller would score on Blake Swihart's double. Take a 4-1 lead into the 8th. Fouls back up here. And Montgomery ahead of Dent, 0-2. Just inside as Dent got out of the way. $7,368 here at Hadlock Field. 10th sellout of the season. Back-to-back sellouts. Another big crowd here last night. Montgomery steps off. He and Arcia will have a couple of words. The crowd hanging in here till the end as the offense is picked up late in the game for the Sea Dogs. Dent working the count here, 2-2 now. Number 9 hitter with Roof on second base and 2 down here in the 8th.
As manager Billy McMillan at third base.
Strike 3 called. Dent didn't like it, but that'll end the inning. So we head to the 9th. The Sea Dogs holding on to a 4-1 lead. They'll try to put it away at home next.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
Stop living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun, and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now.
I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
That was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
The Sea Dogs welcomed Eduardo Rodriguez to the organization, acquired Thursday in a trade for Andrew Miller. He came in and looked outstanding today, striking out 7 and 5 in the third innings, Ken.
Absolutely, and everything working for him. Fastball, curveball, changeup, picking up strikeouts on all of those pitches. This one on the slider in 5 and a third innings. I mean, a pretty good debut in for the Red Sox organization, and Billy McMillan couldn't be happy with what he got from Eduardo Rodriguez today. Only 1 walk, did hit a batter.
That's good because Andrew Miller just went 1-2-3 in the 8th inning for the Baltimore Orioles, striking out 2. So you like to see the return on the investment. So far today, Rodriguez looking very good.
Well, he's young. He's got a terrific arm. He's averaging 94, 95 with his fastball. So a lot of promise from Eduardo Rodriguez. We're going to see a lot of him in the future.
Now, second inning for Noe Ramirez. Ramirez worked around a 2-out double from Tyler Austin in the 8th. Swing and a miss there. Dan Fiorito, who's 2 for 2 with a homer, also walked today. The second home run of the season in the 4th inning. The only run off Rodriguez, only run of the game for the Thunder. Just missing outside. Count now 2 and make it 3-2. Ramirez looking for his 13th save of the season. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
The second strikeout of the day for Noe Ramirez. And 3-2 challenge time. Fastball outer half. Right by Fiorito for the strikeout. The first out of the inning.
Number 16, Francisco Arcia.
Ramirez, we told you, out of Los Angeles, impressed at spring training this year. one of the non-roster invitees at Major League Camp as Arcia grounds to second for the second out of the ninth.
Like Ramirez has done throughout this season, working quickly, getting ground ball outs. One away here from another save. He is 13th.
Now he'll try to get Tucson to end it here. Strike one called for Jose Tucson. 0 for 2. Did reach on an error. Third baseman Mike Miller, that was bagged in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss there.
Pretty filthy right there. That ball just sinking, keeping everything right at the knees.
That's the changeup that the major leaguers noticed at camp this season. 84 mile an hour. Ramirez high, trying to close this one out. David Ross, David Ortiz, I remember both commenting on the changeup. We watched him throw some live batting practice early in camp. Ramirez, the 1-2, fly ball left field. Ryan Dent is there. He'll put it away, and Ramirez will nail down the save as the Sea Dogs will win this one 4-1. And Eduardo Rodriguez, the story today, his first start for the organization, strikes out 7 and gets a win for the Sea Dogs.
He pitched very, very well in his debut for the Portland Sea Dogs, and really in command. Went into trouble back in the second inning, able to pitch through it. Really his only hiccup was to Fiorito, the home run in the 4th, but he gave way to Diaz, who pitched very well, an inning and 2/3 and 3 strikeouts for him. And Ramirez picks up his 13th save of the season, and he came in and closed the door. And a good win here for Portland. A beautiful day for baseball. And a good win for Billy McMillan.
Blake Swihart had an RBI, one of 4 runs driven in, 4-1 the final. We'll come back to Hadlock and wrap it up after this.
I have pretty high standards.
The same old's not going to do it for me.
I want more. I want the best car insurance company out there. I'm just not sure where to find it.
Right here. Call Amica now for a free auto insurance quote. Phone number. Amica is for people who want more from their car insurance.
More coverage, more service, and more value.
I want customer service to be the #1 priority.
I want me to be the #1 priority. We've been giving our customers award-winning service for over 100 years. I don't want to miss a single discount.
I definitely want more of that.
Amica has so many discounts.
For example, you can save up to 15% when you combine auto and home insurance with Amica.
Or you can save by combining auto with condo or renter's insurance.
I want to feel protected and respected.
It's okay to want more from your car insurance company.
I thought we were talking about cheese.
We're talking about personal service, great coverage, and getting every discount you deserve.
Call Amica now.
Quick, memorize the number. Free quote, no obligation.
Hey Red Sox fans, here's your chance to enjoy a unique evening right here in the outfield at Fenway Park. Join me and the rest of the World Series champion Red Sox for Picnic in the Park on Sunday, August 24th. This fundraiser, presented by Ace Ticket, features an autograph session, a barbecue, family fun entertainment, and an opportunity to have your picture taken with all 3 World Series trophies. Don't forget to bring your glove. To purchase tickets, visit www.redsox.com/picnic.
Well, the Portland Sea Dogs had a nice little afternoon here by the Old Port as they beat the Trenton Thunder. For Ken Ryan and our entire Nessa crew, I'm Tom Karen saying thank you for watching this presentation of Red Sox minor league baseball. Final score for the final time, Portland 4, Trenton 1. Coming up after the break, it's Bruins in 2 from this past season. Thanks for watching here on Nessa.
They don't. They snore like a freight train, and the snoring stops here. Theravent Advanced Nightly Snore Therapy is clinically proven to reduce snoring by 76%. Theravent's patented microvalve technology harnesses the power of your own breathing to target and treat snoring. Exclusive offers available at snoringstopshere.com or call 1-800-563-0735. Now available at Amazon and directhomemedical.com.
Are you falling behind on your student loan payments? Are the monthly payments too much for you to afford? If this is you, Reliant Financial is offering free information for those who call the number on their screens right now. Our partners can help stop collection calls, lift wage garnishments, and release tax liens. Stop struggling with student loan debts, end the collection process, and get a monthly payment you can afford. Call 800-881-1902. That's 800-881-1902.
If you or anyone you love needs health insurance right now, with or without a pre-existing medical condition, call the Health Insurance Helpline for immediate assistance and get the relief you deserve. The Health Insurance Helpline has been established to provide affordable health insurance for all uninsured Americans with or without pre-existing conditions. And as a special bonus for calling today, we'll send you a no-obligation, no-cost prescription savings card which can save you up to 50% off your prescriptions. Call the Health Insurance Helpline now.
This is Nesson, home of the Boston Red Sox and the Boston Bruins.
It's New England Hockey Night, presented by Berkshire Bank, the official bank of Bruins coverage on Nesson. And it comes your way live from frosty Edmonton, Alberta, and Rexall Place, the home of the Edmonton Oilers. Tonight, the Bruins try to extend their winning ways on their Western Canadian swing, taking on the Oilers. And hello again, everybody. High above the ice alongside Andy Brickley with Jamie Erdahl at ice level. I'm Jack Edwards. Well, Brick, one of my favorite sayings that you have is that talent wins. And someday that talent is going to win here in Edmonton. The Bruins are just trying to postpone it by at least 24 hours because the Bruins have won 10 consecutive games against this Edmonton franchise. Of late, Boston has been depending on its veteran leadership to find ways to win when the team clearly has not been at 100%.
And talent comes in a lot of varieties of ways, and the Bruins get it done talent-wise as far as that category by teamwork, structure, and discipline. And that's the way they're going to have to play this Edmonton Oilers team, because every coach will say the same thing when they come in here. When you're the opposing coach, lots of skill, lots of speed, lots of talent. The Bruins have to play their game.
Well, one of those intangible measures of talent is, does a player make the players around him better? And in the case of David Krejci, except for about a half a dozen games when he was getting over being knocked into the boards head first by Brandon Dubinsky, he has been stupendous and making the players on his wings better. And they were pretty good to begin with.
Well, the Bruins' depth at forward and on defense has been challenged lately due to all the injuries, suspension, illness, whatever you want to call it. And the one constant has been the David Krejci line. They've been together all year. The way it's gone this season really starts not only with David Krejci, but Milan Lucic. That's great speed through the neutral zone. He's hard to handle when he comes across that offensive blue line. When he gets deep in the offensive end, he protects the puck well. And the Bruins, when they use all five players along with that line up front, they can be highly effective. The subtleties of David Krejci's game, his ability to move the puck, knows when to get to the slot. He's not a guy that's going to be there and handle the punishment. He has to get there with timing and be clever. And then, of course, you have Jerome McGinley, who's been on that right side all year long. Maybe the numbers aren't where he might want them right now, but he's been a nice fit, a real good fit on that line. The style of hockey that the Krejci, Lucic, and the Ginla combination wants to play, that's the style of hockey Ginla wants to play.
Well, if Edmonton ever figures out a style, it is going to be one tremendous team. The talent is so deep on this club. The top six forwards, all of them were first-round picks. And even when you take into account one of them being as low as number 22 overall, their average spot of selection was number 8. the top 6, average number 8.
And the big reason it's that high is because in 2010, 11, and 12, they had the first overall pick. That's Taylor Hall, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Nail Yakupov, and that 22nd pick, Jack, you're talking about, Jordan Eberle. He might be the most skilled guy of that foursome right now in their careers, but Hall's a gifted guy. Of course, he was always part of that equation. Who's better, he or Sagan? Hopkins came in, Nugent-Hopkins comes in. He comes in and puts up real good numbers. And Yakupov, although he's had some struggles this year, incredible talent.
Yeah, a lot of people love Jordan Eberle more than any of those guys, too. Well, who will lead them, though? Maybe a guy who got a ring with Boston? Andrew Ferentz. Well, he'll always have those personal ties to the Bruins. Those youngsters will be well served to follow the way he does things the right way.
Ferentz playing the Bulldog here. Now here's Horton to Ferentz. He closes, he scores. Ferentz wants more. He wants to rip that guy limb from limb. And who wouldn't want to see that? Ferentz's shot scores. Andrew Ferentz.
Peter's not going to be able to keep me.
Ferentz scores. A little bit of garbage, and Ferentz skates right onto it and pummels it.
Avery.
Todd. Oh, ahead. Ferentz flattens on. Here's Ferentz's drive. Scores. Ferentz going jackhammer on him.
Looking for your leaders to leave, Jack. You got to put Ferentz in that category.
Wish it wasn't so, but that's the way it is.
The little man knocks down Neo. Ferentz with a tremendous hit on the far side. But shot scores.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinema.
A great flood is coming.
The storm cannot be stopped, but it can be survived. We have to protect our family and save the innocent.
Do you want to live? Protect your mother. Protect them all.
Noah. Movies start at Channel 125.
I am the original safety feature. The fraction of a second between fender and bender. I'm the last thing on your mind when you shift into drive, but the first that touches the road. I'm not just any tire. I am a Yokohama.
During the summer joyride, buy 4 select Yokohama tires and get a $60 Visa prepaid card. Offer valid through August 31st. See participating dealers for details or visit yokohamatire.com.
And north we are.